And now for a taste of things to come.
And welcome back once again, everybody, here to the Simply Reliable Studios. I am, of course, the Superman of the Super Brand, the voice of the pretty much the Super Reliable Studios. So we're grateful for professional wrestling, damn it, WWE fam. And my name is Noel Foster as we bring you into Friday night with the last Smackdown before WrestleMania. It's Super Reliable on the call for this feed. Of course, Noel Foster and Mr. Rebel Walter Cruz. And thank you all that continue to tune in along our crazy meta effing schedule of WrestleMania watch alongs. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or PayPal of passions, it's as simple as that. And welcome to our little pre-show, of course, as SmackDown starts 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you get your WWE content on a TV basis weekly. Walter, here we are once again. We go all the way virgin from Japan, and now we're here in Las Vegas, truly kicking off WrestleMania weekend with the final SmackDown before it all kicks off. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Looking forward to it. So far we have the left side of that graphic done. We got a few more videos, but it's nothing fucks this week, but we're gonna get through it together.
As we only can, and as we always do. And of course, the people keep willing us along in how we keep going through all of this. So again, thank you to all of you. So of course, we got about 25 minutes to kill before SmackDown takes the airways. 3 hours. Lord help me. Something tells me that count might be broken tonight. But let's go ahead and get right into it and talk a little bit about what's ahead. I'll go ahead and spear through the graphics, and then we'll just break them down one at a time. We, of course, know we'll get one last face-off of the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes and John Cena, ahead of their match WrestleMania Sunday. It is once again that time our edition of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And we will also have multiple Raw and SmackDown superstars appearing throughout SmackDown, hyping up WrestleMania. Chelsea Green and her Secret Herbers will be in 6-woman tag team action against Zelena, Vega, and KC Squared. Of course, I'm talking about Katana Chance and Kayden Carter. And we also have a WWE Tag Team Championship match tonight as the Street Profits go up against the Motor City Machine Guns, and so much more is to come. And that's all that is officially known for SmackDown ahead of the 8 p.m. start off. So, Walter, what are you thinking?
Yeah, that's all that's officially known. So we might see some things. I'm trying to think of. They didn't even announce who's in the damn Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We know.
Yeah, they never do.
It hasn't mean anything. It hasn't meant anything.
Literally the extras. Call it what it is. You're not on WrestleMania, you're in this. And that applies only for the men, by the way. There is no longer the women one for the thing that looks like a... Never mind. Anyway, not going to go there. Matt Helms, good to see you. Appreciate you as always. Again, please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. Subscribe to all of us here at the Super Reliable Studios that bring you this non-stop content here across our crazy mother effing WrestleMania week-long schedule. And of course, after SmackDown, we will reconvene, all of us, back in the night to honor the greats with the WWE Hall of Fame as you see the schedule. And of course, shout out to, I believe, James Hebert and JJ Williams will be on the call for Joy Janela spring break. Well, Walter, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this, shall we? Now, I know it's pointless, but let's think about the winners of the past. Of course, we've had Baron Corbin, we've had Claudio Castagnoli. We, of course, also had, at one point, I'm trying to remember,
Didn't Jey Uso won?
Jey
He's
Uso.
going for the title.
Yeah, again, after he was doing that, I think on behalf of the Bloodline, of course, Jey Uso will be in action at WrestleMania. And someone tells me and Walter will give you the rundown one more time officially of what your WrestleMania card will be. Stay tuned for more on that. I'll upload those graphics when the time comes. But based on the superstars you've seen in WWE and the ones that are not at WrestleMania, maybe hoping that the Andre Morbar Royal actually means something, who do you think they should give it to this year?
I have no idea who the heck to give it to at this point. And you know what? No, he's too good for it. I was going to say Rey Fenix, but he's honestly he's too good for it. You got to think of people lower on the card. You know what? Give it to somebody from Legado del Fantasma. Let them do something.
Okay, interesting choice. So you're thinking Humberto Carrillo or
Yeah.
Garza. It's interesting you bring up those names, though, considering how, of course, their leader, Legado, is not involved in WrestleMania, but also neither is La Sombra Andrade, as Andrade's been waiting for an opportunity. And he's also been scouting Humberto Carrillo and Angel Garza, saying, you guys are more valuable and more better than this. Maybe one have a pretty deadly Kit Wilson or Elton Prince could possibly win this. I was actually thinking about, well, he's not on WrestleMania, but we're in Las Vegas. Karrion Kross. I think Karrion Kross deserves something for everything he's done, along with the benefits to the benefit. I think he's also been an underutilized worker. You just saw him at Bloodsport, of course, take on JR Kratos. And he literally is a Las Vegas native. So I'm going to hold out here for Karrion Kross, because I do think it's a big man that should win this, in my opinion. So
I honestly feel Karrion Kross is too good for it, too. Like, I know we won something, but I feel like even he's above this.
Well, someone needs some sort of accolade. I'm just fracking saying. Let's go ahead and talk more about our 6-woman tag team match, as, of course, our forever inaugural face of the U.S. and the hot mess we trust. I'm, of course, talking about the WWE Women's United States Champion. Fine. Chelsea Green. Damn it. And along with her secret herb is, of course, Piper Niven and Alba Fyre. Eagle has landed in Las Vegas. I repeat, the Eagle has landed in Las Vegas. They take on a 6-woman tag team match. Katana Chance, Casey Canzaro, as what many people might know her as, Kayden Carter, and the one woman that lately has been targeting Chelsea Green. How dare she? Zelena Vega. Now, of course, it's already a damn crime, and someone should impeach whoever is for this injustice that Chelsea Green's not part of WrestleMania. But hey, Lyra Valkyria's getting a chance, so I can't be completely upset. At this point, this is Chelsea Green's point to prove why she is the hot mess the U.S. should trust. But it also seems like if she wins this, then there's nobody else on SmackDown to try and go after her. We've already seen her go down to NXT, defend this title against the likes of Soruka. She finally put Meacham in the rearview mirror, who is nowhere to be seen. Ain't that something ironic? I'm just saying. And B-Fab as well. So do you think Zelena Vega's crew has a chance here against Chelsea Green and her secret Hervis, or could this catapult Zelena Vega towards the WWE Women's United States Championship opportunity? Maybe as soon as Backlash.
Nope. Zelena Vega loses here. Why? Because I feel like they're gonna do something to revitalize her when her husband gets there. Then she'll start getting the big things and winning. Because it's like there'll be a good trip, and she will be at his side. So they're gonna serve her back to being ballet like she was for oh my God, why is his name escaping? I almost said Alejandro. Andrade. See, I almost said Alejandro.
I can't believe you forgot about that.
Yeah, that's why I almost said Alejandro instead of
Alejandro.
Hey, that's my son's middle name. So
right. Well, this is not Armando Estrada.
Dude, they missed a chance. They had the chance to bring him back when they signed like anybody from the bloodline. Especially if you sign Umaga's son, you got to use him.
Well, I mean, the jury is still out on that. And of course, Silva, too, he's still independent circus, but he's already been confronted by Booker T in reality of wrestling. So, I mean, there's that as well. But, nah,
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's one of those things where I think it's going to undermine Chelsea Green's championship, but you got to give her an opponent. I think they're going to give Zelena Vega and Casey Square the victory. It's not like Casey Square is also doing anything relevant either, except maybe partying outside of the WWE. Hey, they got more bookings probably out there than they do in the WWE, and that's some crazy nonsense. But
Hmm.
yeah, I think Selena Vega and Cruz is going to surprise us here and upset
Really?
Chelsea Green.
I
Just saying.
guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta get Chelsea Green something. She's not booked for WrestleMania; it was already a crime, so might as well give her something afterwards. SmackDown to WrestleMania. Just
I
saying.
want to give us a round of applause because we each have said something like 13 times that have not done the gimmick.
Well, one, it's not TNA, and two, we don't overkill a gimmick, unlike WWE that literally kills everything, including music by Def Rebel. Let's go ahead and move on to our only championship match, as we know. As we know, we got the Street Profits defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against the Motion Machine Guns. Of course, the Motion Machine Guns held these titles for a brief moment, and of course, beat the Bloodline for them. Of course, Tama Tonga, yeah. Actually, that might be another person to win the Dre now that I think about it. And of course, the Motion Machine Guns lost those titles to DIY under dubious means, challenged them at the Royal Rumble, and the Street Profits came back to WWE and turned the tag team division upside down. So much so that the Street Profits beat DIY and once again find themselves tag team champions. It's the first time ever traditional tag team matchup. Of course, these titles are not being defended at WrestleMania in any capacity. And here I thought we're going to be a multi-person ladder match. So, straight up, Walter, do you think we get new tag team champions tonight? Does the Motion Machine Guns get the WrestleMania weekend moment? Or once again, do the Street Profits smoke their opponents?
Smoke their opponents. They just got the titles. No need for that. Um, Honestly, what I would love to do,
What?
the only problem is it's already multi WrestleMania.
They're
Something
about to
goes
say.
down where they keep the titles and then but they do it like, but by hook or by crook, a bunch of teams end up coming here, and you have to add the tag team match to WrestleMania, and you make it a multi-team ladder match or something. Then you can bring the Hardys out of nowhere, come in there, like you can do a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like if one tag title is already on the line, why not have the other?
Well, I mean,
And it
yeah,
could
and
be a ploy because they're cooking. There's a lot of criticism for that. That the women tag titles are at WrestleMania, but the men's aren't. And then there's that the women United States isn't being defended. You don't know what they can add. They might pull a Tony Khan and add some stuff last second. Who knows?
I don't know. I think Triple H has a bit more of a restraint than Tony Khan. And again, figure those that have tuned into our watch on so far of AEW Spring Breakthrough, phenomenal episode of Dynamite, TNA Unbreakable, Stardom, Prestige, Bloodsport. Oh my gosh, there's been so much freaking wrestling. Podmania. I think I've covered about everything. Let's
Almost everything. There's a
but
couple. You're missing. No, you said Bloodsport. I don't know what you're missing. It sounds like you're missing one, but it might not be.
I might be again. We've Dragon Gate. That's what it was. Dragon Gate.
That's
Rebirth.
I knew it. I
Yep.
knew you were missing something.
And you covered the WWE ID tournament again, folks. They'll probably run down the official WrestleMania card later this evening. If you haven't already, go check out WWE social medias for the official set of WrestleMania. Well, you know, they actually gave a set with personality. And again, 3 hours. You know they're going to hype up every match possible because both Raw and SmackDown superstars are going to be in the building. So, do you think anything else comes from what we saw on Monday night out of the triple threat altercation with CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns as Paul Heyman was shoved down by his tribal chief? And it looks like Roman Reigns might go alone going forward.
I don't know what comes of this. Honestly, I'm hoping. I honestly hope Brock Lesnar pops up, F5s all three of them, Paul Heyman leaves with him. Like, I really want that to happen. But do they have the guts to make it happen with what's going on with Brock Lesnar and this lawsuit? But Triple H is from DX. He's from the Attitude Era. They got balls. They have pushed the envelope and pushed the line time and time again. He may still have that mentality and just say, screw it. You never know.
Yeah, that's fair. What else do you think could get a preview or hype up any further tonight? Let's think about the SmackDown side of things. We can think about matches. Jade Cargill and Naomi after the last intense face-to-face virtual sit down. Do you think anything else needs to be said on either woman's behalf tonight, or do you think there could be a combustible confrontation from that?
Probably a combustible. They already went at it in Twitter. I don't know if you know what happened.
I'm not on
But
social media, so I know nothing about that world.
okay, so it's funny as hell. So Jade put a picture of her abs, and Naomi says, "We all know you bought those from some doctor." And then she said, "Just like you," to Naomi, "just like you bought your ass, like you got bought ass shots from your doctor." Naomi's reply was, "The only shots I take on my ass is from Big Jim." And even Lena, who Nia Jax had to reply Trinity with all capitals and a bunch of exclamation marks, like, how dare you say some shit like that? It's
Damn.
hilarious that they're taking it on Twitter. They took it to Twitter.
Ugh.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I
What
love
is
that they're
what?
staying in character because they're best friends in real life.
I mean, yeah, come on, let's just go. Let's just pull the curtain back. But I mean, the fact that Nia Jax is literally getting in on this stuff as well, and is shot by Trinity's remarks. I mean, that's saying something right there. Either way, Jade Cargill put up her shot at WrestleMania, woman. Let's see if your storm can weather on the greatest stages of them all. Thinking about other situations on SmackDown, let's talk about a little bit Jacob Fatu and LA Knight. Yeah. Of course, we know the United States Championship will be on the line. And of course, last time we saw those two men, they of course interrupted business with Randy Orton by Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa saying that he loves Jacob Fatu. Does he love him enough to have him go at this match alone at WrestleMania? Or does he still think that Jacob needs his help to bring gold back home to the bloodline? Look at you just smiling like a Cheshire cat.
I'm sorry. I'm multitasking, so I had to read
Yeah, for
something at
those
the
that
same
don't
time.
know, Mr.
What was your
Reliable
question?
is for those that don't know, Mr. Reliable is also Mr. Working 24/7, 365.
Mm-hmm.
God bless him. I was talking about Jacob Fatu and the connection of Rocky Ground with Solo Sikoa, talking about how much he loves him. You wonder if Solo thinks that Jacob still needs his help, or is he going to honor Jacob and maybe Jacob tells him, I'm going to do this alone and bring home gold back to the family. Do you think that we
Uh,
can get more tensions maybe brought up tonight between him and LA Knight?
yep, there's gonna be a lot of tensions, brother. We're waiting just the pride before the fall. They're gonna end up fighting. You know where this is all heading. Solo doesn't have a WrestleMania match, so he might be, jealous, laying in the background. So we'll see. But yeah, something's definitely getting teased.
Well, you think about Solo Sikoa, though. I mean, again, he interrupted Randy Orton. Here we are talking about opponents like Nick Aldis, Aleister Black, Miro. We're not putting Solo Sikoa at all into the conversation. So it almost does feel like if he's not part of the United States Championship match in some way, Solo Sikoa is not involved in WrestleMania. And for the work that's worth leading Bloodline 2.0, I do think Solo deserves something this weekend. I don't think he deserves the Andre Demore Battle Royal. I think that's also underneath him. So it almost makes me wonder if the obvious match for Randy Orton is just going to be him versus Solo Sikoa, and how much are people going to be like, meh. Just something to consider. And of course, what else needs to be said about Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair? Again, he's taking care of business, folks. I'm just with you here. I mean, you've seen the fireworks, you've seen the tension. Tiffany Stratton straight up calling Charlotte Flair an entitled, overprivileged bitch that apparently has a stronger streak of being alone than actually holding on long term for the gold. Damn. But also, of course, Charlotte Flair, she is the queen for a reason, like her or not. There's a reason why you might as well call her Miss WrestleMania. Been involved in WrestleMania, of course, since you literally could count 32, 33, 34. Of course, beating Asuka at 34, stopping the undefeated streak. Main event at 35 was not involved in the decision. 36 beat Rhea Ripley. 37, of course, she was not involved because she was on basically injury. 38 beat Rowdy Ronda Rousey. 39 was humbled by someone that became always on top and who we love, and that's Mommy. Of course, now involved in last year's WrestleMania. This is the first WrestleMania she's involved in now in the Paul Triple H Levesque era. So everyone loves Tippy time, but Charlotte Flair might be looking to stop the clock on all that together come Saturday night. And fireworks are going to fly regardless in Las Vegas, and maybe not for all the right reasons. So again, folks, we're just shooting the breeze here. I want to give a shout out to Meek Tank, and I do agree, WL rocks, but all wrestling rocks too. Thank you for your viewership. And Obamekke Emmanuel, thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. And shout out to our best friends here at the Samoa Studios, the Dominguez, who of course will be taking in all the activities this WrestleMania weekend, including NXT Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania itself. You will find Walter and JJ calling Stand and Deliver this year, as I will be with JJ calling WrestleMania both night one and night two. And please stay tuned here at the Cinema Studios tonight, as after SmackDown, there'll be a brief hiatus as we prepare to honor the greats with the WWE Hall of Fame, headlined by Triple H. And I triggered the Renegade. Shout out to Mega Wrestling JJ Williams. She's following today, Kazine Studios. Tiffany calls Sharon an entitled, privileged bitch. Stop Tiffany when she's telling lies. Well,
I really think Charlotte is. It's set up to make it seem like she's just gonna dominate, and that's it. I really think Charlotte is not winning that. I really do think Tiffany's retaining.
it would be, well,
I don't know if that's the original. Well, if that was the original plans, but I feel like with all the backlash, even if it wasn't, they're gonna swerve and make it.
Well, I mean, again, Tiffany Stratton has overcome already Becky Lynch and Bayley. To your point, there's only one of those original 4 horsemen of NXT left, and that is Charlotte Flair. If she beats her, then I think we truly can usher in the next generation of female superstars in WWE and the Paul George and Vega era. So we're all hoping, but again, it's hard to bet against the Queen as much as hard as it is to bet against Roman Reigns. And again, Roman Reigns is not involved this year in a main event for a title. It's a main event for Pride on Saturday night, which again, people are still what the fuck about. So we'll see what happens. I'm expecting a lot of interesting results this year at WrestleMania that are going to screw up my score, but really surprised when it comes to what the outlook of WWE is going to be for the rest of 2025.
Our league is fun and everything, but I will sacrifice not being the leader if it means I get some good surprises and good actions. I'd rather be wrong with good actions than be right and it be all BS.
Justifiably
and disappointing.
So.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, I know what you mean. You're freaking hit the nail on the head. Well, again, we got about 5 minutes here. So again, stay tuned, folks. WWE Smackdown, the last round for WrestleMania, and the first, of course, of WWE shows coming from, I believe, the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Of course, we'll be covering the Raw Domain as well, and these fine gentlemen will be coming the NXT after WrestleMania. So stay tuned for more on that. And get ready. Please like, subscribe, comment. Again, tell a friend if you haven't already, because, shoot, they brand themselves out there. Subscribe to Value for Wrestling, our Canadian friend, Ash. So if you're not a dickhead, subscribe today to Value for Wrestling. Subscribe today, of course, to Walter Cruz at the Rage of Wrestling. Subscribe to Casa D18 Studios. And stay tuned for the Spaces next week. I want to give a shout again to DJ for all the work he did last night and helping me cover Tina Unbreakable. He rocked it hard, so follow him at Rock and Ropes. And again, just keep along with us all for the ride. Batty for Wrestling, Cements Brand, Rage of Wrestling, Casa Studios, the Jay Hebert side of things. Here at the Cinema Studios throughout this whole weekend for all your WrestleMania coverage. And say yeah to No DQ, as Aaron Riffin not only apply to SmackDown review, he will also be recapping both WrestleManias in full ahead of next week's No DQ review that might have a new moderator in either Virtue, the original moderator, Colin, who stepped up to the plate and been leading the force as of late, or Gino, if Seth friggin' Rollins gets his way. Come Saturday. So stay tuned for more on that.
If they don't listen to you about subscribing to me, maybe there's somebody they can listen to.
Good point.
Hey, you there. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Don't you know it's a sin to watch without subscribing? That's right. Make sure you're subscribed right now to Rage of Wrestling. Would you really want to miss their shenanigans Saturday? That's right. Subscribe. And if you're on Twitch, which I know you are, because all the cool cats are, make sure you're also subscribing to SRS 1983. I mean, come on. What are you doing just watching? Make that commitment. Be a part of the 1%. The best at everything. Even I've done it. That's right. Subscribe now. Why? Because La Princesa said so. Don't make me repeat. Subscribe. Rage of Wrestling. Rage of Wrestling. Say it with me. YouTube now. Rage of Wrestling. Subscribe on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, you better subscribe to SRS 1983. Get it? Got it? Bueno.
Yep. I don't need to say anything further. They call me Mr. Play-by-Play, Mr. Hype Man, Mr. Promo Man. But if you're not listening to La Princesa, then something is definitely wrong with your equilibrium. Shout out again to Tiffany Huevas. Please follow her on the social medias, folks. And if you haven't already, check out the interview that the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams had with her in the archives. That was the Friday shenanigans. Again, all the best to La Princesa, Tiffany Nueves. Welcome back anytime. You can check out her work currently in NWA or previously across promotions like Mission Pro and OVW, as well as more. Again, Tiffany Nieves, subscribe and follow her today on the social medias. La Princesa, because the Superman said so. We bueno, muchas gracias. All right, well, we got about 3 minutes left, so I don't think anything else needs to be talked about at this point. I mean, you said you haven't seen the WrestleMania set, though, right?
No, I purposely stayed away from it. I know it's in that Saturday, so I bounced and didn't look at it. I know one thing. I'm not a Harry Potter fan, and I just was too lazy to change the channel. That's what's on USA now, and I can't stand this crap.
I'm literally looking at a basketball game on TNT. That's how much I can't stand movies. What is that?
Wow.
Look, Big Bang Theory at least has comedy. All right, I can tolerate that as a nerd because
I love that was one of my favorite shows. Big Bang Theory.
Really? Yeah, I've seen a lot of good sitcoms when I was once a wee lad. How I Met Your Mother, Home Improvement, Family Matters, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All right, this is turning into a whole different conversation. And of course, as we talk about other conversations, if you haven't already, level up with us and join us when, once again, we power on into Super Reliable Gaming. I know Lily wants a rematch. So stay tuned for more of
we
that
took it
next
easy.
weekend after WrestleMania.
Yeah, we took it easy because of WrestleMania has so much stuff, but we'll focus on it again. Yeah. For the users that don't know, before we went live the other day, she literally took the headset from me and like challenged Noah, like, "Yo, stop avoiding me. When we going at it with this one?"
I didn't avoid her. The nerve. Me avoiding competition? Come on now. You should know me better than that. I'm a madman, not as Masgate kid. But hey, when it comes to gaming or wrestling, y'all got me. As long as it
she got happy back there. She was like, "Is that Noah?" She was like, "Give me that headphone." I was like, "Uh-oh."
Oh my. I pushed out somebody's gamer side. All right, let's freaking go. Anyway, all right, we got less than a minute left, so I'm going to finally get away from Miami versus the Atlanta Falcons at SoFi Stadium. And, of course, Playoff Paloozas next week with AEW Collision, so I'm looking forward to that. A lot of stuff going on across All Things Wrestling, so damn excited. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the last few minutes of this stupid nonsense. Like, seriously, how does people sit and watch an entire Harry Potter movie versus just read the book? Give me a break. And of course, the Harry Potter game has to be part of PlayStation Plus because everybody wants to freaking play that daggum nonsense. Anyway, to everyone their own. I don't judge. All right, looks like we're finally getting towards the end as I see mountains across the Smoky River. And I was talking about Bob Ross on Wednesday night, and that broke James. And fade to black, fade to black, fade to black. Get the crap off my screen. Let's go ahead and get into some wrestling. It looks like it's playing Credit, directed by Mike Newell. Who gives a damn? All right, so that being said, folks, it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday night. Welcome officially into WrestleMania weekend. I nap. I sometimes sleep, but more often nowadays I rest. Body Man, good to see you. Also known as Pop. Appreciate you always, brother. Let's go ahead and do this, Walter. Let's get ready into this freaking shit as they fast forward for these bullshit credits.
I got now because I'm on regular TV. You're on Sling TV, so you got to let me know if.
I will. Don't worry. Trust me.
Forever.
We'll figure it out. I mean, hell. All right.
I got forever already.
Well, again, Walter, you and I both know. Then we started as fans. Now we continue to be fans and cover more content than ever. Because truly, this is forever. And if y'all haven't figured it out by now, whether you're a casual or hardcore, we truly are in this business as fans together. Let's do this. 3 hours. Lord help me.
All right.
TV wrestling. Fuck television. Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, everybody, as we look at a beautiful overhead shot of the Las Vegas Strip in midday in the jewel of the desert. It's the final stop before everything culminates at Allegiant Stadium, WrestleMania Las Vegas, WrestleMania 41. We finally made it, Walter. We are 1 day away. Welcome, everybody, to Friday Night Smackdown from the T-Mobile Arena. Walter, you ready to go with this, man?
Yep, that is UFC's adopted home, too.
Well, of course, we're in the fight capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, lest we forget. And I have official feed from the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams that the first hour will be commercial free. And there you see the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, entering in the building. Again, looking to preserve history so he can continue to make history. Cody Rhodes and John Cena will go face-to-face tonight one final time before Sunday night. The Marcy Machine Guns will become tag team champions once again as they challenge the Street Profits for the first time ever. This new attitude, though, of course, Montez Ford, Angelo, Dawkins. There you see them draped with the gold, Walter.
They got a new attitude, but they didn't actually turn heel. This is like the weirdest thing.
Well, it's one of those things where if you don't want to be forgotten, you make yourself the talking point. And that's exactly what they did. And there's Tamatonga. Yeah. And Solo Sikoa entering in. Oh, wait, what's Tama looking for? Oh, wait, man! What the hell? Whoa! Oh!
Was that LA Knight?
Yeah! And he just crushed Tamatonga's hand in that car door. A literal hit and run.
He's trying to eliminate him from being able to interfere.
Well, you can't blame him because you know whenever you deal with the bloodline, you never deal with only one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot believe it's been already 364 days and we have once again arrived WrestleMania weekend. What? Well.
Aaron thought I was crazy. I told you that they were going to further the story. He said, man, those guys aren't booked for SmackDown. Look at that. Seth Rollins.
And to my point earlier in our pre-show conversation, we talked about how both Raw and SmackDown superstars are in the building tonight. And it looks like we are going to get more mental warfare from 1/3 of Saturday night's main event. To your point, Seth freaking Rollins on Friday Night SmackDown. Seth Rollins, who literally preyed on Roman Reigns and CM Punk Monday night with an emphatic curb stomp to Roman Reigns, where you think he closed the book finding what happened all the way back in 2015, literally using that relationship to his advantage.
And what a callback last Monday to the Shield chair shot when he hit Roman right in the back.
Ironically enough, it was last year's WrestleMania where Roman Reigns hit Seth Rollins in the back as a receipt. I guess it wasn't the final chair shot to that story.
Oh.
As they sing the praises of the maniacal Monday Night Messiah of previously known, Seth freaking Rollins right now stands in the ring on his own. But I do still wonder if Paul Heyman will play into this favor that Seth believes he owes him. And will we get more about that tonight?
How's a main event about a damn favor as opposed to some titles? I think this is the first time in the history of Mania that the main event is about a favor.
As long as I can remember, I can't recall the last time a main event at Mania was just about a favor. But that's pretty much been the story of this, and that's our main event come Saturday night. Seth Rollins has a mic. I'll let you go ahead and handle the transcript as Seth will.
No, you can do it because I'm ahead of you and I don't want to mess the flow up. Go ahead.
All right, fine. Introducing himself to Las Vegas. Welcome to Friday Night Rollins. And not as effective as Monday night, in my opinion.
You never know. He may get drafted, if that even is still a thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure the draft is a thing. Talking about, of course, how he's Seth freaking Rollins. It's a fet. What's up? Interesting question here posed by Mega Wrestling JJ Williams. The first one that I think of is actually WrestleMania 33, when it was headlined by Roman Reigns versus The Undertaker, the very last match, WrestleMania match of Undertaker's career. CM Punk chants raining out here loud and proud. Let's see what Seth. Oh. He's going to tell us a story.
Why is he doing the CM Punk pose?
Because that's been Seth Rollins' MO, preying on CM Punk. Now chance for the OTC, Roman Reigns. It was like Seth's going to talk a little bit about CM Punk first. And prior to WrestleMania 33, JJ, can't recall one. No, I took that back. WrestleMania 26 was headlined by Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker, career versus streak. So those are the last two I can recall, brother. WrestleMania 26, WrestleMania 33. The main events were not about a title. Ooh. Yeah, we know what ring he first came back to. Did he come back just for the money? Jury's still out on that. How ironic he's bringing this up, and we're in Las Vegas where the pipe bomb happened, Walter.
He's not wrong. I mean, Punk said it himself. Didn't he say, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money? He kind of alluded to it himself. It's not like CM Punk is hiding from it.
True that. I mean, hey, checks talk, I guess. Checks cash in when your ass backing up. Calling him a pretender. And we got big fat check chant renting out. I kid you not, the T-Mobile Arena. I wish I had one.
Me too.
Tell him
I
when
just
he's
lost a bunch of money at the casino.
$300 gas leak fix. Saying CM Punk doesn't care about anything but himself. Liar, fraud, coward. All the adjectives possible.
Right?
Now he's talking about the OTC. Say what you will about Roman Reigns. Acknowledge him if you still do in the chat. No, he is not here yet. OTC doesn't even pretend to care about you guys. He doesn't even pretend to care. And you can believe that. Damn.
Ooh, nice callback.
Roman Reigns in the Roman Reigns business. Mr. Limited Schedule. Mr. Handpicked. Mr. Private Jet. And they sing Roman Reigns. JJ acknowledging his tribal chief as well. Loves when he says that Roman loves when you love him. Roman knows nothing about sacrifice. Seth knows everything about sacrifice. Well, I mean, good or bad, I mean, he's kind of right. Again, he did sacrifice his friends to get ahead in this business himself. This story with CM Punk 7 Roman started 12 years ago with Paul Heyman. Dean Ambrose name drop.
And he said I was a shield for the fight. Wow, they're not high. About time they brought it up.
Well, about time you recognize history in this freaking business. Everybody in the back wanted the camera and spotlight on Roman Reigns versus me, who sacrificed everything. Roman Reigns gonna be the next cash call. Every single year. Little echoes of CM Punk chance when Roman Reigns took his ball and went home. Of course, last year after WrestleMania 40 is what he's referring to, when Cody beat Roman for the title.
Mm-hmm.
As Seth literally talked about, he was in the ring every night, sacrificed everything he had. And it all came ahead last year in the main event. Yeah, his knee was fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
When his wife was at home dying of cancer.
His stepfather.
His stepfather, excuse me. But made sure he said at the very end that he was the Shield to make sure that Roman Reigns lost. I mean, Cody Rhodes did say that Seth Rollins was the MVP of last year's WrestleMania. It's hard to argue.
You can't argue it at all.
No, you can't. And he still defended that damn World Heavyweight Championship through all that. He was technically in action for 3 damn matches in 48 hours. You almost feel like Seth's like releasing himself here, almost like a heavy weight is being lifted off his shoulders. Talking about how 12 years ago it started when it was brought in by Paul Heyman. And it ends tomorrow night. The most important triple threat match in the history of this industry. As he looks up at the WrestleMania sign. And he promised everybody that he will do what he's done the last 12 years. He will leave it all out there. He will sacrifice everything that he has to make sure that this business, this company, this industry moves forward in the right direction. You almost would think he's calling himself the savior of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler. Oy vey.
You heard that.
Mic drop. There's a thin line between fiction and nonfiction. When it comes to Seth freaking Rollins, there's a thin line between virtual reality and reality. But regardless, he's absolutely right, Walter. Tomorrow night is the most important triple threat match, arguably in WWE's history, let alone WrestleMania history. And the main event's tomorrow night, WrestleMania Saturday. I do wonder, though, if Seth's the only person in the building that we'll hear from tonight, and we'll see CM Punk or Roman Reigns have a response. Some stories never end. Other stories are meant to have the perfect ending. And to Seth's mind, he feels he's going to have that perfect ending tomorrow night. Speaking of stories, you can check out What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon and her special guests. Talk about UFC, Fight Capital World. Dana White, the man himself, will be with Stephanie McMahon. So check that out on your podcast providers today. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and even WWE's YouTube channel.
That's cool that they're doing that, intertwining that.
Well, I mean, again, the whole point of TKO intermerging with WWE and UFC. So let's go ahead, Walter, and take them through the cards for both WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday night. Why don't you do Saturday, man? Go ahead and talk about it.
Do we have Saturday on the thing?
Go ahead.
Well,
I got you. Just speak.
All right, go ahead. So we got the triple threat, of course, which is the main event. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, who we at well, it's not simply Rolliver Studios, but at No DQ has extra invested in that as it determines who's going to be the moderator for the No DQ. So that's added in there. Then we got Jade versus Naomi. That rivalry that's gotten more personal as personal can be. Then we move on to the WWE World Tag Team Championship, which is, of course, Kofi and Xavier with the New Day against the War Raiders or the Viking Raiders. Are they the Viking or the War? Now I forget.
War Raiders, brother.
War Raiders. Okay. And then the travesty, a man who bypassed and skips Chad Gable and bypasses NXT, bypasses all LFG, any kind of amateur system in WWE, and gets a WrestleMania. And you can call that a main event because you're fighting against a legend like Rey Mysterio, a Grande Americano, and I'm still out there making a petition for Chad Gable because Chad Gable deserves a WrestleMania moment, and instead they give it to this Grande Americano, come from nowhere luchador. But anyways, LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu for the U.S. Championship. That's going to be a banger. That might steal the night, believe it or not.
Possibly.
And then, of course, Charlotte Flair getting the umpteenth title shot of her career against Tiffany. What time is it, Noah?
Tiffany time, hopefully.
And then, of course, Jey Uso gets the Royal Rumble winner, gets the World Heavyweight title against Gunther. And you can do your stick if you want, because I know that demands a certain...
Yeah, certain presence, but good job, Walter. Let's go ahead and talk about WrestleMania Sunday. I'll take it from here, brother. Bayley and Lara Valkyria won the gauntlet and earned the opportunity to challenge Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, where they await a winner on Tuesday night from NXT. In a Sin City street fight, Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest already got combustible on the WrestleMania kickoff show. We'll finally duke it out WrestleMania Sunday. First ever fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship in WWE history at WrestleMania. Braun Breaker defends against Penta, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. In a grudge match where the Maverick looks to prove he's more than phenomenal, AJ Styles goes one-on-one with the Maverick, Logan Paul. You hear the fans, you see what you believe in EST, or if Mommy's on top. Io Sky defends against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in triple threat action, the WWE Women's World Championship. And of course, to come tonight, the final face-to-face before Cody Rhodes defends the WWE Championship legacy as we know it against John Cena, looking for number 17. That is your official WrestleMania card for Saturday and Sunday nights. And of course, Walter, you could say it's the consolation prize. You could say maybe it doesn't have as much value, but still, it has to matter when you figure out who it honors. Coming up here very soon is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the time-honored pre-WrestleMania tradition. Here on SmackDown, we'll see who seizes the trophy this year.
Which I'm so upset that they had such a chance to make a big deal, big deal out of Cesaro when he won, and then they just screwed it all up. Is that...
What the hell?
Who is that? Whose music is that?
Oh, I think that's Rey Fénix.
Ah, he won. I told you. I thought it was going to be a bubble. I said it should be Rey.
You can't carry the King Lawler just like that. Come on.
He was the first name I thought of, and I said it, and then I said, well, I wouldn't do it because he's kind of above it. And then, look, as soon as I see him, yeah, he's winning this. No doubt.
Yeah, Rey Fénix Animo, who, of course, came into SmackDown literally a week ago, taking on Nathan Frazier in his in-ring WWE debut. Of course, his brother, Penta Ciramillero, how fitting. He was number 2 in the Royal Rumble. And, of course, Walter, Battle Royale rules apply here. It's an over-the-top rope Battle Royale. You are eliminated when you're tossed over the top rope and both feet hit the floor. The last person in the ring becomes this year's winner of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
It's going to be Phoenix. But please, can we make it a real thing now? If you're going to do that, if you're going to put someone you just signed and can we make it a big deal now?
Well, again, this commercial-free first hour, by the way, so maybe the count won't be as high as originally thought. JJ. Rey Fénix kicking things off here in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And I got to imagine that they're going to have everybody come out here in sequence all at once. I don't think this is going to be treated like a Royal Rumble.
No, I don't think so.
I just wonder how many entrances we're actually going to get versus the conglomeration of people that just are going to walk to the ring like, oh, this person's in here, this person's in here, this person's in here. Hey,
that's what's going to happen, and you know it. You know what's going to happen. They're going to show some kind of video package of Andre the Giant. Yeah, see? And then by the time we come back, half the roster's gonna be in the ring.
Of course, Andre the Giant, the eighth wonder of the world, stood across from the immortal Hulk Hogan back at WrestleMania 3, beloved by so many. Is way out of the comfort zone of his own means, but still provided years of entertainment and joy for the fans during, of course, the early, I would say, sessions of the WWF. Talking about his performance of WrestleMania 2. And of course, the Underground Memorial Battle Royal was created, starting all the way back at WrestleMania 30. Winners include Braun Strowman, Broken Matt Hardy, Jey Uso, to your point, Bronson Reed, who won last year's Underground Memorial Battle Royal, and Claudio Castagnoli. Now, these superstars get a chance to add their name etched in history to that trophy. Who will be this year's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner? I'm gonna rant.
He should be in it. It's a travesty. The fact that he is not involved in anything pre-WrestleMania and or WrestleMania is a travesty, and it should be a petition going around. I would be the first to sign it. Chad Gable deserves his WrestleMania moment, and WWE isn't giving it to him because of this luchador that comes out of nowhere, sounding like a goddamn Starbucks order.
Y'all not right. Anyway, Shinsuke Nakamura, the former WWE United States champion, now makes his way into the ring for the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Of course, the Dark Samurai under a crimson red moon joining this field of superstars here tonight at WWE Smackdown. And again, WrestleMania, folks, brought to you by Sabin Studios, also brought to you by Snickers. You're not satisfied unless you're hungry.
You know what, Noda? WWE's always had some sponsor, and brought to you by this. You might as well pair up with Starbucks and make a Grande Americano an actual drink.
If that match is brought to us by Starbucks, I'm officially walking out this freaking room, and I'm letting you and JJ call that. Anyway, here we go. We got Akira Tozawa. We got Pete Dunne, Ludwig Kaiser. We got Carlito standing in the middle of the ring like a dummy. We got Angelo, Carmelo Hayes, Otis. Is he eating an apple? Oh, look, it's R-Truth.
R-Truth is eating an apple.
I guess that's cool. I guess that's what's up. I don't know. Clement shot to the back and spit right in the Miz's face. There goes the Austin Truth. Sidestep, and Carlito's the first one eliminated.
You know what? Carmelo Hayes is in this. He'd be a good one to win this, too. And then, to your point, I see Karrion Kross in there, too.
I did point out Karrion Kross. Well, Carmelo went to sell by the top rope. Bringing R-Truth now to the apron. Carmelo, who was in last year's Stand and Deliver main event, by the way. Big boot. Goodbye, R-Truth. That's what's up.
Adios.
Let's not forget, Walter, we just recently saw Carmelo Hayes and The Miz form a tag team as of late. Oh, boy.
What is it? Miz don't miss.
Right now, we'll see if Carmelo Hayes and The Miz can work together against Karrion Kross. Shout out to Joe Tessitore, Wade Barrett, Byron Saxton, and Mark Nash. Oh, he's the new ring announcer. Of course, the corresponding team for WWE Smackdown. Who else do we got in here that we haven't named? There is Legado del Fantasma, Angel Garza, Humberto Carrillo. And we got Andrade El Idolo. There's Kit Wilson and Prince. I almost said Elton John for some reason. Hey, look, there's Chad Gable, to your point.
Yeah, see? All right. JJ was right.
And nonstop action here up in the Razor's Edge. About to say, Ray Phoenix. Whoa! Great counter Rana sends Angel. I beat that Humberto Carrillo up and over. Excuse me. Good stop at Ray Phoenix. Rolling through the pop-up uppercut. And just like that, Garza and Carrillo are eliminated.
Why is there so many tag teams in this? This is an individual accolade.
Well, I guess if you don't have anything better for a tag team to do, you throw them into a battle royal and see if something comes from it. Tyler Bate also in this, by the way. Talk about tag teams. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate came back together as a duo most recently. Good to see Tyler Bate.
Didn't we get to call that?
I think you all did, actually, because it was in the UK, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I got to call that. Me and JJ.
Yeah, yes, boy. And, of course, y'all's team Pretty Deadly's in here. Speaking of which, Pretty Deadly might want to put their names in the hat to this for the WWE Tag Team Championships. And we also got official tonight. It will be LA Knight. Yeah.
Weren't they supposed to get a title shot? They won the number one contendership, didn't they? Oh, I think they got it and lost.
Yeah, they lost. I remember because I think that was on that same card. And they lost the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. A Clown Down Under also in this. Austin Fyre and Grayson Waller, who just eliminated Pretty Deadly.
Did you say a clown or you said town?
I said what I said. Bop it!
You said a clown under. That's hilarious, Noah. I love it. I love that you said that.
Austin Fyre beat John Cena at WrestleMania 39, which was a crying shame. Nice rebound double leg.
I was just making sure I caught it correctly that you actually said that.
You're correct. And Tyler Bate, big, strong boy. Grayson Waller, Austin Fyre, somehow still in this match. Well, Kaiser trying to eliminate Tyler Bate here. And Tyler Bate skinned the cat. Drop kick! Rebound. Tyler Bate eliminated. What a shotgun drop kick by Mr. European Excellence himself, Ludwig Kaiser. Imagine if Ludwig Kaiser wins this battle royal and Gunther by some means still is world heavyweight champion come after WrestleMania.
Yo, we seen Ludwig can get a pop in Europe. He was getting cheers.
Of course he was. Everyone remembers Marcel Barton respects him, and except Pete Dunne, who just drop kicked him to the face. Of course, you caught Pete Dunne last night in Bloodsport taking on Timothy Thatcher.
In a win.
As he should, because he's the bruiserweight, damn it. Glad he got his name back. Still a lot of bodies in this thing. Bodies everywhere on each side of the ring. Shinsuke Nakamura, Akira Tozawa is also in here. I guess he got his brain back after being clocked in the Royal Rumble before he could get in the ring. Julius Creed and Brutus Creed also in here, American made, and Ludwig Kaiser just inches away from being eliminated. Able to pull himself back up. Somehow able to secure the lower legs. And speaking of securing the lower legs, it looks like Austin Fyre might be trying to eliminate somebody out there in the corner. Oh, Jesus, what a rising knee strike.
Whoa!
Yeah, you saw that, right?
Yeah. Saw it. I felt it, damn it.
About to say, lightning fast. Looks like, though, that Legado is looking for maybe an alliance against Andrade with Rey Fénix. A lot of anger, bitterness, and Rey Fénix eliminates Legado. Santos Escobar eliminated by Rey Fénix. And now Otis taking Akira Tozawa for an airplane spin. I love when teams use their own partners as weapons. I feel it's the most effective use of a partner.
Yep.
If I was everybody in the ring, though, Walter, I'd focus on eliminating Otis, though, because he's got to be the biggest threat.
Somebody, you might call it using your head.
Oh! Well, there's using your knee, courtesy of Brutus. And there goes Akira Tozawa, courtesy of American Made. And Otis running through both Brutus and Julius Creed and sending both up and over to the front himself, and all three men eliminated. Wow. A little bit overzealous there. And Otis just realized what he did. A little bit Kaiser right now with a sleeper hold. Trying to beat down, it looks like. Wait, what is that team, actually? I don't recognize those two. I'm not sure who those two are against Ludwig Kaiser. Is that one of the teams from Evolve? Or is that a local team? Otis sending Julius Creed, I believe, into the steel ring steps. Anger and animosity still from Otis after the betrayal by Chad Gable, who is still in the ring. And there goes Grayson Waller taken out. On the other side, though, Austin Fyre looking to take Andrade. A-Town down, gone. Andrade just eliminated A-Town down under.
Nice. I went to Avatar, man, because some food got delivered, but.
Okay, I got you. Combination kicks galore to Chad Gable. Rolling kick. Every luchador is attacking Chad Gable. Gee, I wonder why. Chad Gable eliminated. The luchador.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Gable. That's what you get for doing an injustice against Lucha Libre, which, of course, you're going to get your comeuppance come Saturday. Whoa! And there goes, I believe that was, I'm not even sure what that was. Up and over. Ooh. Good night. He's using you. Not sure he was talking about who's using who, but anyway, that person got eliminated. There's a miscellaneous tag team here as Karrion Kross just clocked Dragon Lee. Oh, Dragon Lee's also in this. I just realized. The former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion for New Japan Pro Wrestling, former NXT North American Champion. And Dragon Lee just eliminated Karrion Kross.
I'm telling you, Phoenix is winning this.
If I was Dragon Lee, I would check your back because there's Nakamura. Whoop. Somehow able to stay inside the ring. And face first. Ooh. A nice kick, springing up and over, catching Shinsuke Nakamura, take over T. Harris. We are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 men. Dragon Lee with the follow-up. Oh my God, that's what that was. Walking Wild, Cruz del Toro, Latino Bordeaux. That's how relevant they are. Thank you. And up and over, and Dragon Lee is eliminated by Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's a damn shame. That's how irrelevant. They're more irrelevant than Shinsuke is, and that's saying something.
Well, at least I recognize Shinsuke Nakamura when he went to pros. You know, and took on Uga Sasaki. And up and over goes Ludwig Kaiser. Of course, he and Pete Dunne had quite a rivalry earlier this year. Grabbing the care of the bruiserweight, bringing him up and over on the apron.
To be fair, you're an NJPW historian, and he's got a lot of history there, so you would never forget him.
You're damn right. Stop with the hands. Pump kick. Ludwig Kaiser somehow still holding on by one hand. Crawls back inside the ring, avoiding Pete Dunne for this second. Ooh. A great pinpoint toe kick to the second row, catching Pete Dunne in the ribs. Went for the lariat. Pete Dunne tie him up. A draping armbar. Look at this, Walter. Look at this from Pete Dunne with the triangle. Wow. Trying to get that leverage. Ludwig Kaiser eliminated by Pete Dunne. Again, for those that don't know, Mr. Reliable right now is indisposed with other means at the moment.
I'm multitasking there.
Exactly. But of course, you'll multitask tomorrow, but you will stand and deliver with JJ Williams calling NXT Stand and Deliver, virtually from Las Vegas tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned for more on that, folks. Clubbing forearm by Pete Dunne as Melo Don't Miz are both on the apron. Uh-oh.
Alicia was like 2 feet away from me, and she was talking. I didn't want her to get picked up on the feed, that's all.
Yeah, that's fair. That's your privacy. I get that. Make a wish, betting the digits while Miz tries to save Carmelo Hayes. Rebounds him back inside the ring. Miz catches a drop kick. Miz eliminated by Pete Dunne, but he saved Carmelo Hayes from elimination. Interesting.
I would rather Carmelo win this because I feel like Ray's above it, but I just feel like they're going to make Ray win.
You know, it's funny you say that about your former NXT champion. Wow! And Carmelo Hayes just eliminated Pete Dunne.
Because it's something, as cocky as he is, it's something he can brag about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. I suppose you have a trophy, you should have bragging rights to it. And we are down to 4 men. Shinsuke Nakamura, Rey Fenix, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade El Idolo. Who will etch their name in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Trophy. Battle Royal Trophy, excuse me. Rey Fenix, Shinsuke Nakamura squaring off right now while Andrade El Idolo and Carmelo Hayes are teeing off. NXT represent. I would have loved to see this match in my NXT. Ooh, back when Carmelo Hayes or Andrade were NXT champion.
Mm-hmm.
And nice high kick and massive exploder by Shinsuke Nakamura to Rey Fenix. With that spinning back elbow, ducks the Miz, caught with the left on the rebound. And Shinsuke is lining up for that knee shot, Walter. Kin shot, whoa, and Andrade skips out of the way. Big boot, though. Triangle drop kick, Shinsuke Nakamura eliminated by Andrade. Down to 3.
And then there were 3.
Rey Fenix in between the top and middle ropes. The kick to the back of the head. And unfortunately, for those that don't know, these are reactions to an event as we don't want to get pirated. Rey Fenix will almost eliminate Carmelo Hayes and Andrade Idolo. If you want to watch this feed, please use your own means on the internet. I will not judge you, but we do not share the content because non-copyright. Hope to be your blind live watch-along reactions as always here at the Survivor Studios. It is alternative commentary, live watch-along coverage. But thank you for those that are asking for the first time. And now you know what we do on YouTube. What most people do on YouTube. Up and around, take over T. Harris by Rey Fenix to Andrade.
Yeah, you'll get a copyright ping on the video if you show it because WWE owns the right.
Whoa, look at that rebound. Back heel kick. And Rey Fénix rolling into the corner, jumping in with the elbow, clogging Andrade in the jaw. Following in, Rey Fénix set up and over, lands on the apron. Camilla Case eats a shoulder. Ooh, and both men collide. Rey Fénix right now springing up to the top rope, walking it. Wait a minute! What the hell? Is that freaking
He showed up!
Chad Gable, where the hell you get that mask?
That is not Chad Gable!
It is Chad Gable! You just saw the thank you! What more proof do you need? We're down to Camilla isn't a drive. We'll pick up this argument later.
That is not the thank you. It's the gracia.
I swear on everything that is pure in my heart, I cannot wait to make you and JJ eat crow tomorrow night. And we are down to Andrade El Idolo and Carmelo Hayes in this year's Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Come on, Carmelo.
And that's what's on the line here. Both these men very familiar with each other. You've been watching SmackDown when they first arrived on the scene. They had a best-of-7 series. Neither man could keep up with the other.
That was a good best-of-7 too, man.
Yeah, right? It's been a long time since we've seen one of those that was actually proper. And look at this counter. Up and around. Camilla Hayes looking up Andrade. Both men looking for the German suplex with the stunner. Pushed off. Both men collide in the middle of the ring. Double clothesline again. Up and around. Of course, both of these men also fought LA Knight. La Mystica takedown for the United States Championship. Andrade off the ropes. Rebound. Oh my God. What a spinning back elbow strike. The night before Mania, action red hot here on Friday Night SmackDown. During this
They might make us actually care about the damn Battle Royal.
Well, again, if it's a pristine of a prize they're trying to illustrate it with, then you need to have a proper fight for it. And you couldn't find two more familiar people on SmackDown right now than Camilla Hayes and Andrade El Idolo.
Mm-hmm.
And JJ Wins representing his NXT, obviously chanting for Camilla Hayes, of course, a record-setting NXT champion, who, of course, literally has stood and delivered on this stage to win that title.
I told you it fits him. It gives him something to brag about.
Well, Andrade could also brag as well. Andrade's been pleading for an opportunity, and this is a big opportunity for both these men. Both men jogging for position. Oh! Suplexed into pretty much a cutter of sorts. Andrade, the sidestep, Camilla Hayes off the second rope. Andrade catching him, slips off. Camilla Hayes eliminates Andrade! Melo wins!
There we go. Melo don't miss. See, now he's going to make that actually feel important. And him and Miz are just going to go, him and Miz are going to be unbearable now, bragging about it.
Melo didn't miss this year as he wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, eliminating Andrade El Idolo in the end.
There we go.
Might be the rebound that this young upstart needs in his career. Let's go ahead and look at the finishing stretch here. Rey Fénix literally eliminated by Chad Gable in a mask. Freaking El Grande Americano. Of course he had a spoil luchador. That's all he's been doing. And then off the ropes, I thought we were going to get a springboard flatliner. Instead, Camelo was able to escape and take Andrade up and over for the win.
You know the law. You have to prove facts, right? You can't just make accusations, Noah. You have to prove the facts.
I will be vindicated come tomorrow night. And Michael Gonzalez saying, what a match. And I completely agree. Congratulations again to Camilo Hayes. Melo did not miss.
And now, if you want Melo to go as a big babyface, Miz can get jealous that he won the Andre. And then they start fighting one-on-one, break up the team, and now Melo's on his way up as a big-ass babyface.
Yeah, but you
remember
about to say, to your point, you got to consider this, though, Walter. The Miz saved Carmelo. In a way, Miz could say, Melo, you owe me.
What's going to happen is they're going to cut a promo, and he's going to say, we won the Battle Royal or something like that. And Melo's going to be like, well, what the hell you mean we? I won it. And that's what's going to start the fight.
Well, again, as I talked about earlier, both Raw and SmackDown superstars in the building. We just saw Grande Americano, Sephiroth and Rollins opening the proceedings as SmackDown is just starting for us here. And of course, after SmackDown, we will take a brief break and then come back to Honor the Greats with the WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And this year's headliner is the man behind the pen and paper himself, Paul Triple H Levesque. As we look back at his historic WrestleMania career highlights, of course, WrestleMania 28 was the end of an era. Of course, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H shared the Hell in the Cell one last time together in the name of ending a streak and also challenging friendship and respect. I know that WWE did their top 50 WrestleMania matches of all time, Walter, but I'd be legit with you if I didn't say that WrestleMania 20 End of Era was probably in my top 5 of all time, considering the implications of all three men that were involved in this and how much they've been involved in Hell in the Cell and WrestleMania. Freaking emotional roller coaster. And of course, Undertaker and Triple H were unable to put each other away. Undertaker threatening Shawn Michaels, I will end you unless this stays pure. Shawn Michaels, who's never let Triple H lose whenever he was special guest referee. And in the end, Shawn counted the 3 for the dead man. And of course, called by good old JR, Jim Ross, not a better person to be on the call. As right now, they're just doing a WrestleMania highlight, folks.
Yep.
And again, it's going to be very special tonight, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. Pacific on Peacock, YouTube, X, TikTok, every WWE platform. Tonight, the Hall of Fame Class 2025 gets inducted, headlined by Paul Triple H Levesque. And there you see the class, Walter, the Natural Disasters, Michelle McCool inducted by The Undertaker, Triple H inducted by Shawn Michaels, Lex Luger inducted by Diamond Dallas Page. And for the first time ever, we welcome in the WWE Immortal Moment, a match. WrestleMania 13, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret the Hitman Hart will be inducted by CM Punk.
Why have they yet to announce who's inducting the Natural Disasters?
I feel like they don't know at this point. And then, of course, there will be some people, I'm sure, for the legacy part of the Hall of Fame.
Jimmy Hart.
As well. I think Jimmy Hart makes the most sense, honestly. That was the first I was to think of, but I think we all know why that might not happen, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about what happened last week with Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton, a commendable effort against Roxanne Perez, stepping up to the plate. And after insulting the Queen 2 weeks prior, Charlotte Flair, who attacked Tiffany in a parking lot, still wanted to continue to assault the champion and was on the verge of probably being suspended or fired, almost putting the WrestleMania match in jeopardy. Charlotte Flair is hell bent on ending Tiffy time once and for all.
Dude, I'm actually invested in it. You can say what you want about the botches, the mistakes, or the going for business for yourself, but it made you more interested.
Well, right now we got Wade Barrett in a one-on-one sit-down interview with the Queen Charlotte Flair.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get a little bit more about why things got so ugly here.
Let's talk in more action now because we keep seeing what happens when they talk.
Right. Chip on her shoulder.
Hell yeah, JJ. I'm with you 100%.
I'm sure most people are.
John Cena, Flair has got that 2012, 2013 Cena heat when he just kept winning too much.
The thing that matters to her is that people are going to witness and see Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. People are invested. I mean, she's not wrong. At the end, that's what this business is about.
I mean,
it's not about being sensitive. It's not about tough skin. That's how you make it. I mean, she's not wrong, Walter. You said yourself, whether or not that was shoot or not, we are invested, and many people might riot or be cheering for the rest of their lives if TV time prevails again tomorrow night. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair for WWE Women's Championship.
I hate to admit it, but she's got some points.
Well, how many points have John Cena and Cody Rhodes share, and what's left to share tonight as they go face-to-face one last time? Still to come tonight on Friday Night SmackDown. Oh, boy. And of course, they're running down the card for tonight's activities again as we got a moment to breathe as they try and reorganize the ring. Cascading Studios letting his points be known. Charlotte's chip on her shoulder reminds me of someone in a partner company. Reminds me of Tessa Blanchard has a chip on her shoulder as well. I mean, how many people don't have a chip on their shoulder? Plus, if you don't have a chip on your shoulder to be the best in this business, then why are you here? Again, you may not like it, but nobody likes to be second. Charlotte Flair.
Here's an idea.
Go ahead, Walter.
Here's an idea.
Go for it.
Have Flair doesn't win the title. Flair reaches Tessa doesn't win the title immediately from Masha. She reaches out to Tessa. They become a tag team on WWE. Tessa and Flair win the women's title, the tag team championship. Trust me that Flair and Tessa would make that championship mean something. If people don't think that women's championship mean anything, let Flair and Tessa win it. It's on every brand. They're going to defend it on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and Impact. Now you made those titles get serious because you got to have Impact champion and you got to have WWE champion. That's what I would do with those titles. And now you got a Blanchard and a Flair together again. It kind of writes itself.
Well, again, that's a whole different kettle of fish that I don't know if Padres with Vet can even reconvene. As we got a commercial break, fuck television, Mommy is in the building, and we'll hear from Rhea Ripley next when SmackDown returns. Oh, boy.
You don't like that idea?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, sometimes you got to separate the character and the person from the in-ring athleticism and capability. And Charlotte Flair, Tessa Blanchard are two of the most gifted athletes we've seen in that ring in this business. Whether you like it or not, I followed Charlotte Flair's genesis through my NXT, of course. Oh, damn it. Here we go fucking again. Literally, you just not one night we can go about this. Not one damn night, can we? Not one damn night when I'm on the call. Fuck television for life. Anyway, as I was trying to say.
I bet you see JJ's filling me on it. I bet you that's how I would do it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but again, with Evolution 2 still up in the air, I would almost save that for something of big implications when you want to try and have interpromotional warfare. And again, TNA is only colliding with NXT, not the main roster of WWE, because you can't have somebody from the main roster of WWE losing to someone from TNA because they're not equal. Stop me when I'm telling lies. It's always been NXT TNA. Anyway, got a little bit hot there. Also, the Chad Gable thing. I will die on that mountain, but we're not going to talk about that. I will roast JJ once I'm correct tomorrow night, and he will never be able to say anything otherwise. Anyways, we got a commercial break here right now. Of course, we'll be hearing soon enough from Mommy Rhea Ripley talk about the other women's championship match at WrestleMania. And again, I do wonder if Charlotte Flair loses, what's next for the Queen?
I would go right to that tag title. I'm telling you, go get Blanchard. You don't think the way she just did that promo was kind of a hint? The chip on the shoulder thing. It's exactly what Blanchard was saying. That's why JJ pointed it out. You can do it. You can pull it off.
I just don't think Tessa and Flair are beneath themselves enough in their own pedigree to work together for a mid-championship. They've always been top-tier champions. I mean, the last time Tessa Blanchard challenged for tag team titles was with Eddie Edwards during the pandemic, and they lost. Now, Charlotte Flair, yes, is a previous women's tag team champion of Asuka, but that was just a subplot to something bigger as she beat Mommy Rhea Ripley at the time before she became Mommy for the NXT Women's Championship, lest we forget. Anyway, with the exception of the Rumble, so far you are correct. It's been NXT TNA. However, if there was ever an opportunity to do it, Evolution 2 it is. Well, again, opportunity could be hit, and more often in WWE, opportunity is missed. Prove me wrong, Triple H. Announce Evolution, and I will literally try and buy into this. Until then, nope.
As soon as they announce it, I'm buying tickets, and then I'm leaving to Cali the next week. So.
Oh, wow. Wouldn't that be a hell of a way to go to California?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we still got a commercial break here, folks. So, again, we'll hear from Mommy soon enough as we are back here. And, of course, Las Vegas, WrestleMania week on full display. Of course, we have the Hall of Fame tonight. We have NXT on Tuesday from the Fontainebleau Hotel. And, of course, you and JJ will be calling the NXT after WrestleMania where we know that Lyra Valkyria and Bailey, or Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez will challenge the winners of tomorrow's Fatal 4 Elimination by Contenders match at NXT Stand and Deliver. Oh, shit.
What?
Mommy's home.
Ooh, mommy's on Smackdown.
You want to talk about people that have been maybe petulant and childish to get their way? Mommy's been doing that ever since she lost her title to Io Sky and blames Bianca Belair for it. In my opinion, Rhea Ripley lost focus.
Mommy babied her way into it. To your point, she cried, and she got. I'm in the minority picking Io, but I think Io's been a third wheel and pushed to the side to the point that it's because they want you to overlook her, as she is the one that's going to win.
Well, Rhea Ripley again did go to WrestleMania last year and successfully retain her WWE Women's Championship. She was, of course, the woman that's been on top for literally 2 years. And she will also be going into literally her sixth WrestleMania, in a row. And Walter, as much as we hate Charlotte Flair, like some people might be tired of Charlotte Flair, I would argue to say there has not been a better, more competitive women's championship match than the one that made Mommy into the star you see today, than Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 39.
Yep. But Mommy has that big old monkey on her back because she can never beat Io.
Well, the jury's still out. Now she has a chance to right 2 wrongs, beat the EST of WWE and beat Io Sky and regain her title. And of course, that will be WrestleMania Sunday. It's hard to bet against certain people, as we talked about earlier, but I don't know,
shoot,
man.
you left the fuck television thing up there. We got to change that back.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to say screw Rhea Ripley. I'm going to respect Rhea Ripley, but yeah, you're right. That's what we get for doing branding.
I didn't notice you did that because I had it on
I got
YouTube.
it, dude. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. All right, well, let's go ahead and hear what Mommy has to say. Pulling out her own Evanescence cosplay tonight.
We've talked about evolution. Her character has been evolving.
Yeah. Each time she's watched WrestleMania, it's been some sort of championship match. Says this was the most important to her. Let herself get distracted by Bianca.
But she has no one to blame but herself, Noah. You can't try to fit it on anybody else. You allowed yourself to get distracted.
Well, it sounds like she's taking responsibility for it.
Yeah, after she got what she wanted and got her match, she should have took responsibility for it beforehand. Let them fight and say, I call winner. Not inject herself into the main event.
But Walter, you know as well as I do, nobody wants to not be on WrestleMania.
I know. I'm just saying, though, if you really want to show that you're all about it, you take responsibility. It's your fault. You lost that title. You got distracted.
But
I got next. That's all you got to say.
Well, here's the thing, Walter. Rhea Bloody Ripley doesn't wait for no man, no woman, and does whatever the fuck she wants to get what she wants, and she looks to get back her championship. Whoa!
She's getting interrupted.
Yeah, you know as well as I do what that strobing means. Mommy's not the only person in the building for this match. I think the current champ might have something to say towards Rhea Ripley's statement. Io Sky has arrived.
This is a rare main event, too. 3 baby faces?
Technically speaking, yes, but I still would say that Rhea Ripley is the villain in this case, especially with the way she has injected herself into this. And of course, Io Sky shocked the world on Monday Night Raw Championship Night when Rhea Ripley gave this match to Io Sky.
Nice Vegas outfit by Io Sky.
Yeah, you know how important this is for Io Sky. Her whole family is coming to WrestleMania this year to watch her wrestle and defend that championship Sunday night.
Nice. I'm telling you, she's overlooked. I almost guarantee. Let me hear what she has to say.
Yeah, then you can continue your retort because I think you're definitely onto something because I pick Io as well, and so far I'm not changing. Let's go ahead and hear from the champion.
Doesn't even get a word out. See? That's why. This is what I'm saying. Didn't even get a word out. And that they're doing it so you can overlook her. Watch.
Well, I mean, it's hard to overlook who interrupted her when the ESCMW is undefeated at WrestleMania.
It's just hard not to look at Bianca. I ain't going front.
And of course, Bianca Belair earned this opportunity winning the Elimination Chamber.
God damn.
Bianca Belair, of course, looking at the prize that she wants to take. We talked about Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, two of the women of the generation of my NXT who stood tall with former NXT Women's Champion at the time, Raquel Rodriguez, while they were respective champions on Raw and SmackDown. Bianca Belair, though, hasn't been a singles champion, though, since WrestleMania 39.
You know, she's only had the title like 3 times. People just think she's been numerous times because she always had the title. It's that she had very long reigns each time.
Well, people get tired sometimes of the holder versus the chase.
Let's see if she gets booed.
That's literally what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm. They're going to have to turn her heel, dude. Their crowd is already reacting to it.
I feel like the people don't want Bianca Belair in this.
But why? She earned it. She won the chamber. It's Rhea that didn't earn it.
Star power, maybe? Maybe they want mommy more than the EST. I'm not sure here. It's very unique, polarizing.
Dude, a big star.
Perception.
What is that?
What the hell is she doing here?
Is that Naomi?
That's Naomi. What?
Naomi Hart. Owen Hart.
I mean, again, Naomi and Bianca Belair had their fallout when Naomi called her an ungrateful bitch. Why to handle business in private? Well, the whole world learned about that.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Bianca wants to leave Naomi in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Saying we're not doing this right now.
This is
Bring
gonna
Jade
be
in the conversation.
Yeah, Jade's probably gonna interrupt her too.
At this point, you got 2 triple threats of turmoil. And Mommy and Io Sky are just watching on now as this has turned into a Naomi and Bianca confrontation. Oh, shit!
Told you, interrupting segment.
We interrupt this promo to bring you this weather report. A storm has arrived on the scene and she does not look like she wants to talk tonight. Jade Cargill's in the building!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy. And Naomi hiding behind Bianca. Bianca, again, stuck in the middle of this.
Stuck in the middle of you.
You think you're going to pick her over me? Yes, saying this about you. Whoa, what the hell? And Naomi just shoved Jade into Rhea and Bianca, and it's all breaking down. Jade and Naomi fighting, Bianca and Rhea fighting, and Io might be irrelevant, but Io's doing nothing but watching.
She got to do something to make it about her.
Well, at the end of the day, I mean, it's about the championship, but also it's about the heated confrontation.
Wait. She's climbing the rope. She's climbing the rope.
Oh, my! That moonsault on the floor, one side security, and Bianca and Rhea Ripley. Bianca, literally the bridge over troubled water, linking Jade Cargill and Naomi while stuck in her own path towards destiny.
Oh, damn it, we're screwed, Noah.
Well, Naomi
Io,
running back way right now as Io Sky points towards the sign.
Io was standing tall the night on the Go Home show. We're screwed, Noah.
I don't know, man. It's still debatable to me. At the end of the day, it's still a triple threat. Champion doesn't be about a decision. Neither does Bianca Belair. We go backstage to Rey Fenix. Being confronted by America, Chad Gable, and freaking American Made, Brutus and Julius Creed. That's easy to say when you're not wearing a mask. Dragon Lee telling him to get no respect. I don't speak Spanish, Walter. Talking about WrestleMania. And there's Rey Mysterio, right on cue.
Too many Rays, man.
Rey saying that aggressive respect WrestleMania. Is in a funny mood. The three of you. Uh-oh. Hold up a minute, player. We got 3 men on one side, 3 men on the other side. While we have a good old-fashioned 6-man tag team match.
Holla, holla, holla.
Where's Terry Long when you need him? Looks like they're going to go talk to Nick out. This 6-man tag team action might be ahead with American Made, Rey Fenix, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee as we go back down to the ring.
That was my point, JJ. Now that's going to suck. I'll stick to my pick.
I mean, the jury is still out. Meanwhile, guns up as it's time for our SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Oh, good grief. A lot of madness so far here tonight, as I expect. A lot of last-minute hype for WrestleMania.
Man, that women's segment had segment on top of a segment on top of a segment.
Well, I mean, hey, if you're not going to do backstage promos or VTRs like you're going to do on Peacock and waste everybody's time, you just fit everybody inside the ring tonight and literally just hyped up 2 of the most predominant women's matches at WrestleMania. And now we're going to segue into the SmackDown Tag Team Championships that are not even involved at WrestleMania. And yeah, good note, by the way, JJ. Well said.
What?
About the Dean Malenko show.
Yeah.
Of course, when we come back from this commercial break, the WWE Tag Team Champions will be on the line. Motor City Machine Guns look to smoke the Street Profits when we come back to SmackDown. Stay tuned, folks. Commercial break. Fuck television. Damn it! It's never going to, the gimmick's never going to end. It's never going to freaking end as long as I have to keep covering television. Fuck everything. Of course, we're going to look back last month where the Street Profits came back home to SmackDown and won the WWE Tag Team Championships against DIY across the pond. Now that we got a commercial break, let's go ahead and see if I overlooked any comments here. Michael, you're damn right. At the end of the day, Walter, you were trying to say something before everybody interrupted. Like you had Bianca, you had Naomi, and then you had Jade Cargill beat that bitch up. Naomi causing a confrontation, and then you have Bianca boot out of the building. It's almost one of those things where Bianca, again, maybe the fans don't believe that she's been handling her business correctly since the fallout from Elimination Chamber.
We said it all along. Bianca's involved with the Jade thing. And maybe they didn't want to do it, but the fact that the fans are reacting that way, they may have to be forced to do it.
Well, I mean, again, jury is still out, and we'll find out soon enough what happens. Might have a new WWE Women's Heavyweight Champion. Again, triple threat, buffer, fall person. Io Sky has always beaten Rhea Ripley. Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley have never met each other one-on-one. So now we have all 3 women in the picture. But is Bianca focused enough outside that business with Jade Cargill and Naomi? Find out soon enough. All right. Well, now that we got a moment to breathe here, finally, on this super long episode of SmackDown as it's been, I still say wrestling TV shows don't have to be longer than 2 hours, but it is what it is. Again, thank you all for tuning in so far. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. Subscribe to everybody here at Rage of Wrestling, at Bag for Wrestling, of course, Superman's brand and Casting Studios. And stay tuned for James Hebert and the regular wrestler JJ Williams, as we'll be doing simulcasting here pretty soon, as they'll be covering Joey Janela's Big Spring Break with the likes of Zack Sabre Jr., Bozilla, and Megan Bain, along with many others to be on the card. We keep bringing you all the wrestling coverage this WrestleMania weekend. So far, Walter, not a bad pace SmackDown. We've already gotten good hype. Again, for those that just tuned in, they just hyped up Jade Cargill and Naomi one-on-one for the first time ever. Jade Cargill's first singles match at WrestleMania. And, of course, we just saw Io Sky wipe out her competition as she'll defend the WWE Women's Heavyweight Championship against the EST of WWE and Mommy Rhea Ripley. And, again, Bianca Belair is undefeated at WrestleMania. So that's got to come into play in this conversation.
You know it.
You know, someone tells me I'm going to have to bring back the team graphic just for WrestleMania, just to see what you yahoos all said. But
I'm just upset. Bianca's undefeated, yet it's the opposite for freaking Asuka. She's unvictorious. Like, ugh. The fact that they did that, it pisses me off, dude.
I mean, it's one of those things where Asuka's kind of mystique died after she left NXT, vacating the NXT Women's Championship after 526 days, while she was unpinned, unsubmitted, undefeated there. No one was ready for her. But unfortunately, in the main roster, everybody's ready for you, apparently, at some point.
No one's ready for her until Charlotte.
Well, again, who's ready for the Queen? All humble, all bowed down before the Queen. Unless your name, hopefully, is Tiffany. Hey, look, AEW commercial. I'm happy. And, of course, we'll be covering AEW Double or Nothing here soon enough. And if you haven't followed our coverage of Spring Breakthrough, go watch in the archives. It was a fucking incredible night. I watched Collision, too. It was very fun. And I don't know whether or not we're covering Playoff Palooza. That remains to be determined. But stay tuned for more All Elite coverage across my Super YouTube channel, Bad for Wrestling, and here at the Super Reliable Studios, where it's always a good time for a fight on Saturday night. Anyway, looking at some other comments here. It looks like the team's getting a hold of me. I got, of course, predictions from Caitlin Bella. Almost forgot her last name. It's been such a while since I've done predictions in the WWE League. Dadgummit. And Bosman Aravis says he's going to give me his predictions official after SmackDown. And also, I believe that motherfucking Meacham is also going to give his official predictions after SmackDown as well, if I remember correctly. And again, if you guys want to be part of WrestleMania Fun in our Fun Prediction Leagues, you'll find the form of my social medias. Join the WWE PLE Prediction League today. Your opinions matter. Your WWE WrestleMania predictions are still available to submit. They are not final until, remember the time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night for the entire show. So get them in or continue to change them as you go.
I've only changed a few things, or a couple things in Stand and Deliver. Other than that, nothing else.
That's another conversation, of course. And we see a little bit of highlights for WWE World. Of course, the mega summit of everything, WrestleMania, there in Las Vegas, now through Monday. Meet and greets, do your own entrance, merchandise, memorabilia, one-of-a-kind moments at the highest price possible. And it is official, Walt, if you want to get a screenshot, we have a six-man tag team match player as Rey Fenix, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee will take on American Maids, Chad Gable, and Brutus and Julius Creed here on SmackDown.
Too late. I couldn't get the screenshot.
Don't worry about it. We'll just type it up in the freaking banner. Of course, Motion Machine Guns won a number one contenders match to get to this point tonight. Of course, they've been very bothered by the Street Profits, who got Death Rebelled, unfortunately, with their theme. And, of course, the Street Profits interrupted their first Contractor Brigade rematch against DIY at the Royal Rumble.
Did you make that a verb? Did you say they got Death Rebelled?
Yes, it's the worst thing to happen. It's the worst thing to happen to a wrestler in WWE. Many people I know have virtually signed that petition. Anyway, the Street Profits are two-time WWE Tag Team Champions, been Tag Team Champions now for 35 days, going into their second defense.
No, they got some hits, man. Listen, go back in the archives. Me and JJ did the top 10. Death Rebel had some bangers. It can't be denied.
You know what? A Book and Clock is right twice a day, and at least he's got some hits. So, again, he's got an F grade with me, but at least he's got at least 10 of his 40 that's somewhat relevant. Okay, Montez, Ford, and Angelo, Dawkins. Go ahead.
The point of the video was just to show that it's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be.
It's still generic as fuck, and that's no denying. Megan McDuffie is more creative with her music behind the River City Girls video game series than Death Rebel is on a synthesizer if they use one. Whoa, baseball size motion machine guns. Well, here's some of them not going to call artificial and lame. And MCMG taking advantage of the champions and they're going. I don't think the bell's even rung yet.
I didn't hear it.
Of course, motion machine guns, like I said, previously held the titles, beating the Bloodline in record time. Bell rings are officially underway here.
Dude, they won the titles, what, a month within their debut?
Literally, yeah. I think about a month as they arrived in WWE. And they've only been on SmackDown ever since.
Literally won the tag titles every company they have gone.
And of course, the most influential tag team in TNA, to your point, and Alex Shelley, former TNA World Champion, Chris Sabin, record-setting 10-time X Division champion, the most influential tag team in TNA history. And that's saying something when you're in the likes of America's Most Wanted, Beer Money, Team 3D, the Hardys, just to name a few.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about real veterans of the game here, Walter.
Tell me about it. They have stayed as a team, and they rejuvenated this tag team division. This tag division sucked. Motor City Machine Gun came in there, and it seems like they put a little shot in the arm for everybody because all of a sudden, Street Profits had to change their attitude, and we're getting more and more teams now.
Well, at least on SmackDown, Raw, the jury is still out. But I definitely agree to your point. Of course, the Street Profits have been wanting that smoke in tag team wrestling since they came into NXT. And of course, they first won the NXT Tag Team Championships in a ladder match at NXT TakeOver 25, and they've been up ever since. Speaking of up and over, until Dawkins jumping forward with the elbow strike, wiping out Chris Sabin. And Dawkins, the 6'5", you figure that this guy formerly played freaking football with his running tackles. Tag made to Montez Ford. Up in the electric chair position. Avalanche blockbuster! Covered by Ford and broken up by Shelley. Alex Shelley there for the save. Of course, you know the 101s when it comes to tag team wrestling, Walter. Awareness every time where your partner is at. Oh!
Dude, that's the thing with legit tag teams. They know each other so well. They have chemistry that they know what the other one's thinking before they do it.
And who's got the better chemistry here? Who leads the goal? Stay tuned. Restaurant Quiet Picture in Picture. Fuck television. You see Angelo Dawkins here on the outside. It's television, dude. It's television.
Even for the picture?
Oh, yeah, definitely for the picture in picture. You kidding me? Because I'm still dealing with fuck all commercials. If it's not purely the product, purely in-ring wrestling, it doesn't mean jack diddly shit to me.
You got to pay the bills. The advertisers got to pay the
WWE can afford to go one night commercial free. Shut your butt up. They're more profitable than ever, and they waste more money than they need. Spinning Silvat. Irish whip, reverse Irish whip. That's the problem with business. More money wasted than actually used for a personal gain. No wonder the economy here fucking sucks. Anyway, sorry, not sorry. I'm going to go on a freaking political bill in a moment. Don't get me started on that shit. Cover up the far leg by Dawkins. Gets a 2 count. And right now, you see Dawkins teeing off against Alex Shelley here in the corner. Tag made to Montez Ford as action here slows down, as WWE sometimes does. And it looks like that Montez Ford up and over, high angle, slingshot senton, almost a friggin' swanton drop of sorts.
As much junk as we talk about the 90s and how bad it was, the 90s had the essential boom of tag team wrestling. I wish they could bring that back. You had the Rockers, Legion of Doom, like so much tag teams, like the Natural Disasters who are making the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Well, tag team wrestling has always been kind of undermined as of late. We're looking at the wrestling business, quite honestly, here, especially in the States. It's not nearly as, predominant as it should be. Cover 2. No. I mean, the last predominant tag team in WWE history was the Usos. One got bludgeoned by the freaking World Heavyweight Champion. The other one is getting a marquee match at WrestleMania. Tag.
You could say the New Day, too.
Yeah, Kofi Kingston, they say, has been nothing but sour grapes since Big E, unfortunately, couldn't be in their corner because Big E can't be wrestling anymore. Why Big E's been keeping us positive on those kickoff shows if you've been watching those. And the fact that
See?
Kobe Case and
How come
Xavier
you could be
Woods-
positive? Sorry to interrupt you. Why you could be positive on those kickoff shows, but you can't, escort your brothers to the ring?
cover?
Why can you pick up your girlfriend, put them on your neck, and take photos for that? Then do they have a point when they talk about Big E?
They don't have any point because they only have themselves to blame for the fact they've been irrelevant and unsuccessful. New Day have not been relevant since Kofi Mania, WrestleMania 35.
Mm.
The only reason they exist because they're gamers and they're freaking WWE marketplace. The fact their match is bought to us by Clash of Clans should tell you everything. What, I'm going to freaking see Xavier Woods show up some proverbial virtual armor against a freaking Viking? Give me a break.
You know their gear is going to be fire, though.
I suppose. And right now, Angelo Dawkins isolating Alex Shelley in the corner. Again, right now, we're just literally coasting through a commercial break. The Street Profits taking their time, and we are back here on SmackDown. Rolling in, tag made by Montez Ford. Alex Shelley going to make the tag. SmackDown Tag Team Championships on the line here. The last SmackDown before WrestleMania. And we're just a little bit under the halfway point.
SmackDown is area.
Ford, there's the tag.
SmackDown is area because I need to kick my son's ass in Jamboree. I need my stars back.
I'm about to say, I feel like the Motion Machine Guns need their tag titles back. Beautiful takeover to Harris out of the corner by Chris Sabin. Also a former TNA Rabbit champion. Massive PK rocks. Dawkins on the outside by the Prime Hydration Station.
You talk about rants. You know the rant I would go on if they would lose the title right now? Before Mania. You can't even put it on Mania.
Well, I mean, again, the jury is out that this match versus this match shouldn't be on WrestleMania, shouldn't be on night 1 or night 2, etc. Too many titles in the ecosystem, etc. Charging into the corner.
Again, a rookie, and Maricano gets a WrestleMania match, and the tag team champs can't.
Shoot the half, cover the press, and a 2 count by Alex Shelley and Montez Ford. The rant that I'm going to go on during that match versus calling it right now continues to raise my ire in how soon I want that match to be over and prove you all wrong. Anyway, Alex Shelley right now isolating Chris Montez Ford in the corner, tag made. This might be the moment the Motion Machine Guns need to regain the titles back. Never fans have happened in WWE, if we're being perfectly honest here, Walter. Especially in WrestleMania week.
Yeah.
Does counter and collides Alex Shelley. Big kick to the side of the head. Jumping Zaguri, springing forward. Tag made again to Dawkins. I believe Chris Sabin is legal out of the corner. Pop up. Oh, my! Look at the tag team chemistry there. Covered by Dawkins with the near leg and a 2 count. Pushing forward into the German suplex, nearly pinning Sabin to hold on to the championships.
My brother says I'm not going to let that shit go.
About to say, which one? Which shit are we talking about? The Jamboree or the Americano?
The Americano, I'm assuming.
And single leg kick on Montez Ford, looking to fly high. Out of the way, though. Able to roll out of the way. Manhattan drop. Oh, here we go. Take him out the knee. Full over last chancery. Running drop kick to Montez Ford's face. Great combination offense by the Motion Machine Guns as always. And right now, Montez Ford in a world of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Dawkins, though, trying to come in his partner, takes Shelley off the ropes. Big forearm by Chris Sabin. Big super kick by Montez Ford. Takes Sabin down. And Montez Ford. What is Montez Ford thinking here?
Mm-hmm.
And Montez Ford over the top! Wiping out everybody, including his partner, clearing the ring post. Whoa, what the fuck? Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa!
What did I say, Noah? No, what did I say? Now watch this. Now watch it be added to the night too.
Well, right now, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano just literally on a kid and run with the tag team championships. Oh, on a knee. What the hell? What? DIY just hijacked this match that the Street Profits hijacked their moment at Royal Rumble.
Watch. Multi-man match at WrestleMania gonna get added. Didn't I say that before we came on the air?
Well, leave it to WWE to not know when enough is enough, apparently, or make titles relevant. As we got Nick Aldis on the phone right now.
Night 2 is shorter than night 1.
Chelsea Green with a complaint, as she should be complaining. Formal complaint. Serving Nick Aldis. All right.
A former complaint about what?
The count out last week.
Oh, dude, that was a botch and a half by that ref.
Yeah. What's injustice? Take action. Yeah. Huh?
One-on-one tonight.
What? Wait, what?
One-on-one?
Wait. Hold on. Hold the phone here. Chelsea Green has to go one-on-one with Zelena Vega now, and does Hermes is banned from ringside? What the fuck? Again, more injustice towards Chelsea Green. Americano playing Timu Luchador, Chad Gable. Fucking tag team championships don't goddamn matter. What the fuck is this shit? Anyway, still to come face to face with Cody Rhodes.
Smell a rant.
You might smell something else. I got voices going on in my head that want to chastise this company once again. I'm about to say, fuck it all. Meanwhile, Randy Orton is about to come to me next. Might find out who his WrestleMania opponent is. Stay tuned when Smackdown returns. Fuck television. What the fuck, Walter?
I don't know. Don't ask me. They need to hire JJ and I. I'm telling you.
Again, there's injustices galore in WWE. Not a popularity contest, my ass. Oh, yeah.
So now it's Chelsea Green one-on-one.
Again, Zelena Vega does not deserve a one-on-one match. What the hell she done lately besides cosplay some dead anime character from Overwatch? What the hell she done since being part of WWE besides wearing a fake crown, showing up like Alice in Wonderland, Queen of Hearts? What the fuck has she done besides a podcast with Dakota Kai? Tell me what the fuck she's done.
She did get that reaction to Backlash last year. Or 2 years ago.
Fuck? That was in her home country. This is America, damn it. This is the problem with the friggin'... Never mind.
Why can't you rant like that Americano has a match and Chad doesn't?
I've been ready about that all week. Now I got two things to rant about. And one of them, unfortunately, is not going to be solved tonight. God damn it.
Tranquilo, hermano, tranquilo.
Fucking hell.
Anybody got a blood pressure machine? I would love to know. No, it's blood pressure right now.
I don't have a blood pressure machine. I don't have a Fitbit or a smartwatch or some health thing, but my blood pressure was normal as of last month, but already tonight, I'm pretty sure it's probably high, and there's a history of high blood pressure in my family, so for all I know, I'm fucked, so whatever. Freaking yay. Anyway, full commercial break right now, and again, you want to give me the rant about television, go ahead and PayPal me freaking $5 and I'll do it. As simple as that. I'm kidding. Anyway, as we freaking have a full commercial break here, they keep changing up, so the tactiles don't mean jack shit. As we literally
PayPal Noah $5.
Stop it. You stop it. Freaking DIY with the run-in and the steal of the gold, running off into the night like thieves in the Las Vegas, as the Street Profits are still tag team champions, technically, because the match got thrown out. What the hell? This has been a friggin' upside down night since the get-go. Well, there is only 6 matches on WrestleMania Sunday, so I guess you gotta fill time in somehow.
I said it. There's only 6.
Well, I mean, 7 and 7. I mean, again, I don't know necessarily you need the same amount of matches both nights. That's just my opinion, though.
AEW does it all in one night, 14 matches. Say I'm wrong.
Hey, he's done less number than that as of late, all right? And at least he does a few actually on the pre-show, while they got 3 hours of kickoff talking bullshit with guests as relevant as Jake Paul probably showing up and Donald Trump. But yes, it is that weekend. It is that time once again, once a year, the grandest spectacle, the show of shows, the over-glorified entertainment palooza. That is WrestleMania. What happens here defines your career. And what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, but I think the reactions will not. Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. Standard Time. Lord help me and JJ. Ay. Wait,
did you get a SummerSlam commercial? That's Cardi B. Are you getting a SummerSlam commercial?
Oh, fucking hell. Don't tell me Cardi B is going to be at SummerSlam.
She's hosting it. And she's wearing a Latino Heat shirt.
Well, this year keeps getting better and better for me and my hatred towards pop
culture. Hey, NXT, you sexy red. That shit was annoying. Nah, at least Cardi B is a little a step above that.
That's a small step, but I guess you're kind of right. And again, the first ever 2-night SummerSlam in WWE history will take place from MetLife Stadium, August 2nd and August 3rd, and we will be coming here at Sababa Studios. Stay tuned more on
probably
that.
You and me.
WWE SummerSlam. Yeah, probably the New Jersey area. The home of WrestleMania 29, might I add. MetLife Stadium. And we got Gargano and Ciampa running away with the gold.
Uh-oh. I'm telling you.
Yep.
This is going to lead to the announcement of the multi-man match.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, Enough.
I'm telling you now, they're going to announce the ladder match.
All right, to get the belts. Sick of dealing with this. Next week, these belts. Getting hung by the ring. They're going to be in line. In a TLC match.
Oh, well, I was wrong. I said ladder. It's a TLC.
And it's also next week on SmackDown, not at WrestleMania.
I was still right that they're going to move a multi-team ladder match.
Yeah, but but not WrestleMania. So I guess, that's a change. Still, Nick Aldis, good luck trying to restore law and order. Anyway, here comes the Viper Randy Orton. Maybe we'll finally learn about his WrestleMania future. Of course, we know that Randy Orton, if he's involved in this year's WrestleMania, it'll be the 20th WrestleMania in his illustrious career.
There's no if. The next event is in St. Louis. There's no way you would have Mania without him. You might have to say a certain name if you catch my drift.
Well, we'll see soon enough what you believe in actually happens. Again, we were probably going to get an answer last week before Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga freaking interrupted the proceedings. And still to cut tonight, Solo Sikoa goes one-on-one with LA Knight. Of course, originally, Kevin Owens was supposed to face Randy Orton, but Kevin Owens is now out indefinitely as he has to go get neck surgery. And we all know what that could mean for your career, let alone your life. So we'll find out here soon enough what happens. Again, how can you be at WrestleMania without somebody to dance with on the grandest stage of them all? Think about Randy Orton's WrestleMania career, Walter, to your point. He's been at WrestleMania against the likes of The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, the phenomenal AJ Styles, Seth freaking Rollins, Triple H, John Cena, a who's who of this business. Just last year, he was also involved in triple threat action with Logan Paul and Kevin Owens over the WWE United States Championship. Oh, look at that sign. This is your last chance. You're going to get a good look at it, and you really, really hope that you're part of it.
Say his name. Come on.
Stop that. Joe Hendry don't even have a good shoulder as it is. He has to focus on Rebellion.
Dude, I would lose my shit. They might kick me out of the hotel if they announced that.
Proceed with your own caution is all I gotta say. Because so far, nothing on SmackDown's been more of that reaction. More so the opposite. 17,000 plus packed in the T-Mobile Arena, giving their appreciation towards the Viper. Randy Orton with a microphone. Let's hear from the Legend Killer. What does WrestleMania weekend hold in store for the Viper?
Let's find out.
So right now, he does not have an opponent for WrestleMania 41. Crowd boos. He and his wife have done everything in Las Vegas. Comes in the air. There's excitement in this year's WrestleMania, as much bullshit as there is on the internet. His father, Bob Orton, of course, was involved in the very first WrestleMania.
Yep.
At
That's what
Madison
he
Square
just said.
Garden. Yeah. Legacy has a lot to do with WrestleMania. Damn right it does.
Oh, he said legacy. Oh my god. Him and Cody gotta go one-on-one.
I'm telling you, dude, it needs to happen. Again, if he competes this weekend, it'll be the 20th time he's competed on the Showcase of the Immortals. This WrestleMania means so much to him. So what's he going to do? Throw it out to the universe. Let us decide.
It's Joe Henry. I'm telling you, he just said he's gonna let us decide it.
Just to rhyme out big on his skin.
Hey, watch it. P. Diddy might be watching.
We don't bring up that name for reasons.
Hey, he's the one mentioning baby oil. Not me.
Doing it for his family. Doing it for the boys in the back. Anybody in the locker room want to test their mental? He encourages them to step up.
He said he'll be having his
Anyone
gear
out on
on.
the strip. Yeah, if you own a pair of wrestling boots. Catch the wind that Randy Orton, the Legend Killer, is giving you the opportunity to come forward at WrestleMania face to face with him.
I'm telling you, see how they didn't announce it's gonna be a surprise? It's gonna get quiet, and you're gonna hear say his name. I'm telling you now.
No, you're not.
Guarantee you that's what's gonna happen Sunday.
The only thing you're going to hear is the three most dangerous players in WWE, RKO.
You know what? I'm gonna ask JJ if I can be on that call with you guys.
Keep dreaming, Walter. You're a dreamer. I'm a believer, but I'm also a realist. Bottom line, though, Randy Orton will be involved, waiting for somebody to answer the call at WrestleMania.
Well, JJ, when Randy Orton comes out, bring me in.
As to who it will be, anybody, any wrestler, any willing, daring, brave enough competitor. It is what it is. Speaking of moments, earlier moments, here's something that happened earlier on the kickoff show with Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest.
It may be too chaotic, I guess.
Well, speaking of chaotic, it was chaotic on the kickoff as Priest and McIntyre couldn't wait till WrestleMania Sunday. They were already fighting in Sin City.
And in Sin City, a street fight.
Well, this Sunday, there will be nothing holding them back except their wallets and probably a load of poker chips. We're backstage with Damian Priest here with Byron Saxton. Saying how this reached a boiling point.
Mm-hmm.
Once sent a direct message to McIntyre. The same guy who didn't bother to show up to SmackDown tonight. The same guy who's been trying to convince the rest he's a victim. Saying he's not the victim yet. Saying he's not ready for this fight. The world isn't ready for this violence. I watched Unbreakable.
And GCW.
This is going to be him so bad. You were going to wish.
Oh my God.
And damn.
Damn. Future endeavored again.
Well, Sin City Street Fight. Someone's looking to punish somebody on Sunday. As we go back inside the arena to this freaking travesty, this injustice, this mediocrity of authority, as we have
The hell is she? A Harlem Heat Fireball?
I don't know, but her fires might be snuffed out if any justice is left here. Chelsea Green goes one with Zelena Vega next on SmackDown, and it's not for the title.
She looks
We
like a
got another
Hadouken fireball, like Ryu spit her out.
Fuck television. Anyway, full commercial break again. Again, you're on the Joe Hendry bandwagon. I respect that. You're a believer like me. We all believe, except for King. By the way, King, welcome back. Missed you, brother. Of course, ATW for life. But, dude, he's got a bad shoulder. He just competed on Unbreakable, and he's got to defend the TNA World Championship at Rebellion against All Ego. Stop that. Against All Ego, Ethan Page, and Kazarian. He has no reason to risk further injury showing up at WrestleMania in what you know as well as I do, would be a loss for him.
Yeah, well, the injury, I don't know. Is Rotator Cup really that bad, or is that storyline?
I don't know. All I know is that Kinesio tape told me a story at Unbreakable when he couldn't hoist up the standing ovation initially. Either way, I don't think Joe Henry's 100%, and he needs to preserve as much as he can if he's going to survive a triple threat match. Randy Orton knows all about those type of matches, lest we forget. And hold on to that TNA World Championship, avoiding a false prophet and a freaking egotistical butthead. Anyway, still the count of 9 following this singles car wreck with Zelena Vega and Chelsea Green. We still have 6-man tag team action: American May versus Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and Rey Fenix. And of course, Cody Rhodes to go face to face with John Cena. And Solo Sikoa goes one-on-one with LA Knight. That's what's known so far still left for SmackDown. It's interesting, though, that we got words from Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre is not in the building. So I put this towards you. Do you think Drew McIntyre is a victim?
No. He's a victim of his own arrogance, not of us.
Pestilence, pettiness versus arrogance, all going to be snuffed out in a Sin City street fight Sunday night. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. And I can only imagine how many casino references and casino objects are going to be destroyed here. Everything from a pair of dice to probably a slot machine, if we're being perfectly honest. Well, then again, you can't destroy casinos. So, I mean, you know, how far is they willing to make this go?
I don't know. They're going to destroy a strip. They got money to build a fake, like a movie scene type replica of the strip, and you destroy that.
I don't know, man. I could look at a cheesy prop a mile away, lest we forget this is WWE. But we'll see. So far, I will say this new era has proved violent. Again, that Hell in a Cell match that Drew McIntyre was involved in showed how violent WWE actually can be again. So we'll find out soon enough. As far as Damian Priest goes, of course, Damian Priest last year cast in on Drew McIntyre to become a campeon after 5 minutes and 26 seconds of taking Drew McIntyre's moment. So I almost do feel like, though, since he lost the title and the territory has been separated, that this feels like a must-win for Damian Priest. But there is redemption being sought for Drew McIntyre. I'm still kind of a little bit torn now that I think about it.
I don't know, because Drew, I'm telling you, if say Drew's involved in this 3-minute power trip or sell the soul thing, if he's involved in that, you have to lose to be pushed over the edge in order to join Cena.
Yeah,
and The Rock.
Well, we've also seen Drew McIntyre confront Cody Rhodes at one point. He said he was here to help him. Now it looks like he just wants to beat him. I imagine eventually for the championship. What the hell?
That's that tease of it. See, during a Zelena Vega match, that's Aleister Barrett.
Well, I mean, the white fire and the black background should tell you right away. 4/25/25.
Couple of weeks.
Something.
No,
rises.
1 week. That's next week, ain't it?
Yeah, that's literally 1 week from tonight, Friday Night SmackDown.
That is the same night we get the TLC match.
Well, that should have been an epic battle. Speaking of epic battles can be brought to you by Clash of Titans if you choose to play that mobile game. Download it today.
I've never played any kind of mobile game like that. The only one I've ever played like mobile-wise is Trivial Pursuit.
Salute your champion, Walter. She's the champion of America.
Oh, sorry.
The fact of the matter that Chelsea Green is not defending this championship at WrestleMania is already enough of an injustice as it is. The fact also this is a singles match with somebody that does not need to be facing her one-on-one is even more of a random injustice. But either way, Chelsea Green now, who has been the inaugural Women's United States Champion since winning that title at Saturday night's main event against Meacham, now finds herself presenting the symbol of America here tonight on SmackDown before WrestleMania.
We joke about Chad, but goddamn it, how does Chelsea not have a match on WrestleMania?
Because WWE doesn't know how to respect worthy champions. Suffered a non-title loss against Zelena Vega via count out. The fact of the matter that Chelsea Green didn't get in by the count of 10 does not mean that Zelena Vega has any sort of bid. Whoa! Went for the pump kick. Referee Charles Robinson for this contest.
They put Little Nate in charge. No mistakes now, huh?
No mistakes from Little Nate. You fucking kidding me?
That was my point. That was sarcasm, dude.
All right, at least you're being honest. Carver, look at the far leg in a 2 count. About to say, Walter, you're more freaking biased than Nick Aldis has been all night. Now Chelsea Green literally dribbling Zelena Vega.
Like a basketball, huh?
victory. Yeah, commanding victory, by the way, for Chelsea Green, being like I said, Meacham in a street fight. Meacham one-on-one. So Ruka on NXT. And B-Fab, of course, at some point. A kick and a Cazadora by Zelena Vega takes Chelsea Green up and over with the arm drag. Again, no seconds here at ringside. As Nick Aldis said, this needs to stay singles. The Secret Hervis has been banned from ringside. Real shots to the kidneys, big right hands by Chelsea Green to Zelena Vega.
We forgot to make a banner. We were using the SmackDown one. Hold on.
Well, the fact of the matter that, again, literally, this originally was a 6-woman tag. And once again, Chelsea Green being upstaged by other authority, Nick Aldis, driven in the barricade goes to Vega.
I think I spelled Zelena Vega wrong, right? Is that how you spell her name?
Who cares? The friggin' Donald Trump doesn't even know that the Gulf of Mexico exists.
Is it a Z or an X?
It's Z. Again, Chelsea Green arguing with the referee, Charles Robertson. Again, she has a 10 count on the outside. Starting her 10 count here. And Chelsea Green. Whoa!
You know they're going to play with the count out, right?
Well, yeah, Chelsea Green just got silver in the timekeepers area. Up to 4 count here. And up to 5. Conspiracies galore. And Jesse Ventura is not on commentary. Here in WWE, ain't that some crazy shit? Up to 8. Up to 9. And both women roll inside.
Told you they were going to play up on it.
Well, that's the only reason Zelena Vega's got a bid for Chelsea Green. It's because she claims that Chelsea Green got herself counted out. And Vega's been the underdog of WWE's women's division since being here on the main roster. Last accolade she had was being Queen of the Ring. Zelena Vega running through Chelsea Green, of course, formerly known as Sarita, previously a TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champion. Back elbow strike.
She's the undercard no matter what.
And up and around, Zelena Vega might be looking for a Tiger Feint kick. Area code. Oh! Call disconnected. Cover 2. No. And not quite there yet. Chelsea Green right now unraveling at the seams, as only a hot mess does sometimes when they're put under pressure outside their office. I wonder what the shape her office is. Clearly it's not oval. Maybe it's a rectangle.
I don't know.
Maybe
it's Maybe it's a Canadian C.
Canadian C. What, the Chelsea Green starts with Canadian C, like Ash starts with Canadian A? Is that what you're referring to? When did the Canadian alphabet become different than America's alphabet?
I'm just kidding.
Zelena Vega, hold that thought. Oh my sunset flip, power bomb. Zelena Vega just pinned the United States champion.
What the fudge?
What the fuck?
Harlem Heat style, inspired gear too.
Oh, come on! Well, as much as I hate to say it, Zelena Vega might have just well earned herself a future Women's United States Championship opportunity. But still coming tonight, how relevant that was, no replay. Cody Rhodes goes face to face with John Cena for one final time. You'll see also John Cena answers to the final boss. We haven't seen the final boss since in his chamber, by the way.
Well, except for when via satellite or whatever, when he was wearing the.
Well, from one
New Japan
megastar that you can't see to a megastar we always see. Everybody's about to be saying LA Knights goes one-on-one against Sosa Komi, come out to SmackDown. Fuck television. All right. As we got another. Walter, even you, come on, man. Originally a 6-woman tag. Nick Aldis has it out for Chelsea Green. And Chelsea Green, yeah, she got the clean win, but that was not the original match plan. Clearly.
It shouldn't have happened. It's an injustice.
That bullshit.
It's an injustice to Chelsea. See, we need a petition for Chad. We need a petition for Chelsea. And we need a petition about the tag titles having to go wait till the WrestleMania after. I mean, the SmackDown after WrestleMania.
The power of the people, freedom of assembly, my ass. Well, I know she's going to definitely sign off on this again and see if Nicolas actually answers. Give me a moment as I answer Boss Man Riff. You're the boss man. You call it. You call
what do you
it
say?
if you want. I'll let you know here in a moment if I get anonymous. If I get an email from him. Aaron Riff is not anonymous, folks. Aaron Riff will be with you following SmackDown, giving you a SmackDown recap. So say yeah to No DQ and stay tuned for that after WWE Smackdown concludes. Subscribe today. NoDQ.com. With Aaron Riff, Con Andrew.
And he's got enough subscribers. Subscribe to me, damn it.
And subscribe to Walter Cruz. Subscribe to everybody that you know here on YouTube to come to know connected to the Triple Hour Studios and No DQ. Unlike freaking Nick Aldis, who's one man for one nation alone, Chelsea Green for the entire nation, we're actually here for the good of the YouTube community. Friggin' hell. Anyways, we got another commercial break here. Again, not much more to be said. I mean, that match, was that even a match? That literally was like less than 5 minutes. Come on now.
That's like the old 2000 Divas matches.
How fitting. Zelena Vega dresses up like one more often than not. The only difference is it's anime and manga. Anyway, I'm just all out of sorts right now. This SmackDown. Of course, WTV always pisses me off. Well, got another commercial break here. Again, we saw what happened earlier in the parking lot. For those that don't know, that just now tuning in, L.A. Knight assaulted Tama Tonga with a literal hit and run, slamming the man's hand in a car door. Obviously trying to neutralize the bloodline for trying to help Jacob Fatu win the United States Championship from him at WrestleMania Saturday.
How many times and how often has I asked, can somebody just be smart and take out when you're fighting somebody in the stable to make sure they don't interfere? LA Knight literally did what I have always been asking for. How many times have I said that on this channel?
More times than I can count. The last time you actually saw that happen was when Cope neutralized the Death Riders ahead of his match, but he still lost out in the AW World Championship. And now he's out indefinitely thanks to FTR's antics.
And then you make John Moxley tap out to Samoa Joe. You literally make your world champion lose in a freaking 6-minute. See, now you got me going.
Hey, go ahead, dude. Shoot. Fuck it. I don't care.
Bullshit world champion can beat I almost called him his real name. Christian Cage and Cope twice. Nobody can defeat him. He keeps keeping the title over and over again. And then when they lose the trios title, you make it the fucking champion is the one who taps. That makes no sense.
This is wrestling, dude. It doesn't have to make sense.
Really, dude? You just ranted about some 5-minute match with. I could have said that to you.
At the end of the day, I know what I ran about because I know wrestling don't make sense. It doesn't mean I have to like it. And I know one thing that you will like, though. When you and JJ stand deliver tomorrow and me and JJ Con WrestleMania and fuck WWE for your 3-hour countdown bullshit with no action whatsoever, where you could have had the ladder match and Chelsea Green getting a proper display as the United States champion. But no, get J. Paul, get every baha hoo ha high possible and knock his weed on your damn talk show. As we go to this little promo brought to us by Snickers.
For making the stand deliver so goddamn early.
Well, God knows people gotta get in line for Legion Stand to hear Michael Cole and Pat McAfee talk bullshit for 3 hours.
Dude, what is it, like 10 o'clock West Coast for them, JJ? What is it, 1 o'clock here?
That's correct. 12 o'clock, actually, because you got a kickoff match. Anyway, from the depths of hell to the heavens goes our rants and our passions. that was displayed here and still my favorite WrestleMania match of all time, WrestleMania 25, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. And I still say 25 was a one-match show in my opinion, because that match gave me everything I wanted out of a WrestleMania. Should have been main event.
I think they named it number 1. They did a top 10 Mania match to this beat out the rest. Even though 13 is the one getting the Hall of Fame induction, this match was number 1.
Yeah, I'm glad this match was number 1 because damn it deserves it. And I still say Shawn Michaels should have won that fucking night and ended the streak.
I think if rumors that are believed, there's rumors that they actually said that and he refused. He was like, I'm not doing that. He should stay undefeated. They wanted Shawn to be the one to beat him. There's been several times that they did that. They asked Edge and Edge said no. They asked Shawn and Shawn said no.
Well, I guess at the end of the day, they knew how powerful the streak was when it came to drawing eyes towards the WWE product. Yeah! Okay, now I'm a little bit happy.
Yeah!
Not by much. The
That's
air
the banner
is
for
full
LA Knight.
of Caborca and everyone's loins are a-tingling as LA Knight is wrestling on Friday Night SmackDown ahead of facing the Samoan Werewolf, our United States champion.
Where's the LA Knight solo banner?
I don't know. Do you have it?
I think
Oh,
this was this improv 2? I think this
It
was
was
improv
improv
2.
Again,
Yeah.
Let's talk about how we got here, Walter. It was last Friday night when LA Knight got super kicked by Jacob Fatu after winning a match, and Jacob Fatu assaulted our United States champion. And Fatu
I got it.
with that
No.
ridiculous moonsault. I got you. That Fatu with that ridiculous moonsault, wearing out LA Knight, and of course, one wasn't enough. Looking to injure LA Knight ahead of WrestleMania.
I think it's non-title, right? I assume it's not
title. But this will be for the title. We talked about earlier, the Samoan Werewolves has a chance to bring gold back to the family. LA Knight defends the United States Championship against Jacob Fatu tomorrow night, WrestleMania. All right. Then looks like he's got a mic. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let him talk to you.
Yeah.
He calls us with inspiration. Week after week, he knows they like to use numbers. But if you want to sneak, then LA Knight has to sneak. The crazy Tamatanga. Another solo. After I beat him, which means after this, it's just me and Jacob Fatu.
See? How many times have I asked for that? Somebody's smart, finally.
Yeah, first time in WWE history. Ain't never seen anything like Jacob Fatu, right? Yeah. Of course, LA Knight with the same energy came in, turned the place upside down, became two-time United States champion. And this means this is the titles. Thinking that I've never seen anything like you. Nah, you never seen anything like me.
Nah, we ain't never seen nothing like Fatu. I'm sorry, LA, man. I gotta disagree with that.
I will say LA Knight's one of the best targets WWE has ever gotten in a long time.
Dude, what? Stupid!
Yummy, yeah.
Yummy!
Yeah. The chase is on. And while he's standing here in the city of chances, it's all about guarantees.
Dude, he should have called Solo a dummy. Come on, just bring it back a little bit.
You will eat a BFT. That's a guarantee tonight. With everybody saying L-A
Knight.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. LA Knight is certainly confident that he's going to beat Solo Sikoa, and in doing that, he believes it will be a one-on-one come tomorrow night, as Solo right now comes out solo, pun intended, representing only his bloodline.
Well, he's confident because he took care of the numbers.
Well, yeah, Tamatana with a bad hand, but it doesn't mean he has left the building. LA Knight, though, oh boy, And it seems to be the story of the night. We're not going to start in the ring. We're going to start on the outside. LA Knight immediately going after Solo Sikoa here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that early hit and assault. Oh! Solo dropping LA Knight face first across the steel ring steps. It's one of those things, though, when you fight the bloodline, I don't blame LA Knight for doing this. Aggression and numbers game has been the Bloodline's MO, but right now, can LA Knight overcome Solo? Stay tuned. Wrestle Quality Picture in Picture not here. So fuck television. It's a time. We got a full commercial break already. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking commercials. Fuck these. Yeah. Anyway, to your point, the dummy, yeah, of course, when Eli Drake was previously the Impact World Champion and his heavy was Chris Masters, better known as Chris Adonis.
Mm-hmm.
LA Knight, of course, two-time United States champion after beating Shinsuke Nakamura to regain that title after he lost to the Shinsuke literally last year, ironically enough, at Survivor Series War Games.
Dude. Chris Masters recently, I think it was an MLW thing. I was with JJ calling it, and this super
MLW.
big Diesel Jesus over here coming out. Oh my God, I couldn't recognize him.
Yeah, he completely transformed his body, so good on him. And
got off the juice.
Well, I mean, hey, imagine that natural body thing. So let me take a look here. Do-do-do. I have received a message from Bossman Aaron Riff regarding the Predictions League. This only applies, though, for the team. And I quote, there will be a point for the Randy Orton opponents. If you guess it, you get it. Unquote. He made it official.
Well, you know my guess already.
Well, I'll go through the team and get everyone's guess because I'm not going to go through 57 people that worked hard on that form. Although if they want to go through and add a comment, I might justify it if everyone does it. But I'm not going to put that pressure on the entire NoDQ Galaxy because Bossman rips a madman and WWE doesn't know how to book things to the last minute, as most companies do nowadays.
To be fair, that's not their fault. KO got hurt.
Yeah, well, they should have prepared it. Here's the problem with Triple H. Didn't Triple H say at one point there's always a plan B? Well, how quick is that plan B created? The day before WrestleMania? Your silence speaks volumes.
Yeah, no, I get it.
There's your dummy. Dummy.
Yeah.
Dummy. Yeah. I'll push that dummy button all night. I've had enough dummies this week outside work.
Even in work.
Don't get me started. Anyway, full commercial break here right now. So is the call, of course, who lost the Ula Fala to our tribal chief, our OTC, Roman Reigns, back at the first Raw on Netflix premiere that started this new era. And so is the call previously an NXT North American champion, the only accolade in his career. Oh, man. Fucking commercials, though. Fuck television to hell. And again, shout out to James Hebert and American Wrestling JJ Williams, who's currently calling Georgia Janela Spring Break as we will reconvene. Oh, good grief almighty. Reconvene here after SmackDown, after a bit of a reprieve. I don't expect no man to be on the red carpet dressed up to the nines like I. But again, we'll be honoring the Hall of Fame tonight.
I'm going to bow out of the Hall of Fame and get some rest.
I don't blame you, honestly. And honestly, I might do the same if SmackDown pisses me off anymore. As we are back here with LA Knight, Solo Sikoa. Solo right now assaulting LA Knight on the outside, now hoisted up. Oh!
Not only that, because I got my family with the whole time, I might, beat their ass in Jamboree.
Well, I mean, there's bigger priorities than listening to a bunch of speeches. Right now, softening him up. You got to think about this also, though. Think about what Solo Sikoa might be doing here. Not just trying to beat LA Knight, but softening him up for the man that he says he loved, Jacob Fatu. I mean, again, is this smart by LA Knight? You talk about a babyface being smart. Yes, you're cover. 2, count only Lara Press. Yes, you're neutralizing the numbers, but you're also risking injury and going in less than 100% against your WrestleMania opponent.
Well, it's always the talk. You're in Vegas. It's the risk versus reward.
Yeah, how much more loss, though, is there versus a gain? Nice net breaker there by LA Knight.
Well, bigger than any pile of money. His biggest prize to lose is that U.S. title tomorrow.
and losing at WrestleMania. Of course, LA Knight beat AJ Styles last
Or wait,
year.
I'm sorry. Is he Saturday or Sunday?
He is Saturday.
Okay, so I was right. Tomorrow.
Yeah, of course you were right. Otherwise, I would have botched you. Irish whip
Mhm.
reversal. Oh, God. Kitchen sink knee to LA Knight up and over. Bit of a freaking man here is Solo Sikoa right now. Not nearly as savage as Jacob Fatu, but still, I would say he's very dangerous.
I mean, he can be doing a solid favor for Jacob here, softening LA Knight up.
I do wonder, though, if Solo Sikoa is more about his family or more about himself, to your point. We know how much The Miz is all about himself, egotistical, but it's also one of those things where I do think that Solo wants to get back into relevancy. Crushing the ribs of LA Knight. Again, the ribs already compromised thanks to Jacob Fatu's moonsaults from last week, lest we forget.
Mm-hmm.
He pounces down right now. Ooh. LA Knight get the knees up and inadvertently hit Solo Sikoa below the belt line. LA Knight with a small chance to recuperate here and recover. You see him grasping his ribs, Walter, to my point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you take damage to your core, it's hard to breathe and everything hurts that you do. LA Knight trying to rally back with these series of strikes. Rocking Solo Sikoa going off the ropes. Ducks the clothesline. Jumps in with one of his own. Takes Solo down. LA Knight's rolling right now. With light on DDT. Look at LA Knight show off.
Mm-hmm.
Of L. Oh, what the hell? Jacob Fatu! Interfering! Of course, going after his WrestleMania round up and forth the bell again. Wearing down the champion 24 hours prior to that. Oh, here comes one big SOP, Braun Strowman.
Holla, holla, holla. You already know what's going to happen, right?
I mean, there is an hour left, so I wouldn't be surprised, but how much have we already seen this match? We saw what happened when Braun Strowman took on Jacob Fatu in that last man standing match to earn number one contendership for this. I think he's thinking what you're thinking, Walter.
Yeah.
A tag team match, and it starts right now, players. LA Knight, Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa next on SmackDown. After this commercial break, WrestleCard picture-in-picture, fuck television. I mean, I'm not surprised in the story of this. I'm not surprised in the slightest, all right? Literally, the story of Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu has been Braun Strowman and LA Knight for as long as I can count.
This is why bullshit like this and the impromptu bullshit is why I say get the fucking door.
I mean, again, as the simple man who likes to keep things simple in agree or disagree, in this case, Walter, anyway, the match officially underway. LA Knight in the ring with Solo Sikoa. I'll update the banner for you here. And literally, I didn't even have to take down the freaking logo because, boy, did they go right back into the fuck television stuff. And right now, LA Knight, again, though, might be able to save himself a little bit here for WrestleMania with the assistance of Braun Strowman. Jacob Fatu taking advantage from behind, though. And LA Knight still very vulnerable here ahead of tomorrow night's WrestleMania. And right now, Solo Sikoa pointing towards Jacob Fatu. We've seen a couple miscommunications, though, Walter, from Fatu and Sikoa in the past. At one point, Solo inadvertently attacking Tama, pointed at Jacob, face-to-face, said, I love you, and Braun Strowman ran him through the barricade. And right now, LA Knight and Jacob Fatu in the ring. Hard Irish whip. And Jacob Fatu, of course, the Samoan werewolf. You talk about MLW. This man redefined the MLW National and Heavyweight Championship. Currently undefeated in singles action outside disqualification to Braun Strowman. He willingly took to destroy the man. Big headbutt by the Samoan werewolf. And Jacob Fatu literally off the chain, as he's talked about. The man that has every tool, probably a top champion here in WWE. The Irish whipped LA Knight in the bloodline corner. Tab made to Solo Sikoa. Again, Solo and Jacob isolating and focusing their attack on the United States champion. And again, for those that are wondering about Walter's quiet, two things. He's multitasking, he's playing Mario Jamboree, and also...
I'm not playing Mario.
I thought you were.
No. I said I want to after this. No, Aaron is actually messaging me.
Okay, hard Irish whip. He's probably reaching out to the team because he made it official. Again, you guys got to decide whether or not Randy Orton's opponent wins or, I think he's just literally staying.
It's official. He's going with Rusev.
Yep. So you are basically asking the team to name the WrestleMania opponent. Got it. Well, I'll probably leave mine behind closed lips. All right. Good deal. I'm just going to go ahead and take care of some business too because, again, fuck this shit. I will say this go-home show versus Monday Night Raw is about on par. And that's not great. They were both mid. The final segment's got to really bring home the main event for Sunday like Monday night did for Saturday. And we are back here on Friday Night Smackdown. Last Smackdown before WrestleMania, virtually here in Las Vegas. Underwhelming tag team action. LA Knight and Braun Strowman versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Impromptu, might I add. Back elbow strike into the midsection. Tama Tonga so far not here at ringside. Low bridge. Jacob Fatu sends the small werewolf to the outside. And LA Knight, critical opportunity here to make the tag to that big SOB. Crawling towards the tag. Tag made to Braun Strowman.
Big something bitch.
Yeah, that's putting it politely. The monster among men. Braun Strowman right now is just running away at this. What a drop kick. I guess this is why he wasn't in the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And meanwhile, all aboard the Strowman Express. Running through Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Jacob, I think, just hit face first in the steel ring steps.
He damn sure did.
Of course, Jacob Fatu can also will afford injury. Bringing Jacob Fatu back inside the ring. Braun Strowman, once again, the legal men, each side, back elbow strike. Of course, the thing about Jacob Fatu that we've seen, Walter, when you damage him, it's extremely temporary. Oh!
He literally... I'm sorry to be pun, but he literally shakes it off.
You mean, again, it's accurate. Big jumping senton, hook of the near leg, off the back press, and a 2 count for Fatu. This freaking wild man. And right now, tag made. So is the Sikoa legal once again. If I was not, I'd be smart and just wait on the outside. So the legend of Jacob Fatu, of course, came into WWE. It looked like Solo Sikoa was a vulnerable man. And of course, Jacob Fatu helped Solo Sikoa stay on top on his island of relevancy during his run as the Bloodline captain. And right now, sleeper hold applied here. And talk about sleep, we're talking about being on the East Coast. I know I'm going straight to sleep bed after this. Especially the fact that I got to call WrestleMania tomorrow with JJ, and you got to call NXT Stand and Deliver.
And I'm calling the main event of WrestleMania.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, because Jeff's doing night 2, so it's a triple threat 3-man booth.
I love it. I look forward to it. I look very forward to you on that call with us here. And again, I look very forward to watching you and JJ stand and deliver for y'all's NXT. And again, massive cravat being applied here by Jacob Fatu, trying to really twist the head of Braun Strowman.
I love that you claim NXT again now.
Been a long time. Back drop. Sidewalk slam, excuse me. The power of Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman pretty much match each other at this point. Critical moment for both men to make the tag here. And again, Jacob Fatu again stays down for so little. Tag made by both sides now. And LA Knight looking to roll into WrestleMania with all the momentum. Inside Russian leg sweep. Jacob Fatu driven off face first in the announce table, also favoring his knee. Whoa! Nice power slam by LA Knight. Now let's try this elbow thing again, shall we? With everybody saying
LA Knight. Yeah, I love when he does that.
Cover 2, I know. Oh! Fatu with the save. The pounce by Strowman to Fatu on the outside, though.
Dude, he saved him with a senton.
Yeah, I'm about to say. And Strowman running in. Oh, my! And the Strowman Express just got taken off the rails and set over the announce table. Well, and Jacob Fatu laid out by LA Knight with that drop kick. Oh, fresh kick by Solo Sikoa, the 2 leader man inside the ring. Looking for the Samoan spike, swing and a miss, kick to the midsection. BFT! Cover! That's a win for LA Knight! Yeah! Well, he did say BFT guarantee, and he fulfilled that promise tonight, Walter.
Wish me he ain't winning tomorrow. It's gonna definitely be Jacob.
LA Knight so far rolling high. Can he hit the jackpot come tomorrow night? And of course, Wade Barrett, who spoke with Charlotte Flair earlier, also caught up with Tiffany Stratton ahead of the WWE Women's Championship match. Let's go ahead and take a look at that interview.
I like the belt in the background like that.
Yeah, it's a nice touch. Because we're talking about the All-State Arena altercation. A ton of buzz around, of course.
I love that they're not running from it though.
Well, I mean, again, she didn't tell any lies. Insane discouragement during the split screen interview. Talking about how Charlotte Flair didn't mind her. She's not cut out for this, not made for this. And she turned that anger into motivation. And she made sure, how of all places, to give her own pipe bomb, Chicago. Played Charlotte Flair at her game and gave Charlotte Flair a taste of her own medicine. Thinking about how she has to respect her now to that. Talking about, of course, the prize on the line, WWE Women's Championship. Feels like a must-win match for Tiffany Stratton. But what happens if TV time ends at WrestleMania? Saying that's not going to happen. Fully aware it's going to be a fight with the bell rings. Probably the hardest match you'll ever have.
At least she knows she's in for a fight.
Yep. Saying she's standing up to a bully. Says she's going to be walking out as champion. You know, for as many people that might have discredited the pedigree of Charlotte Flair and may dislike her, you can't argue that we're probably more excited for this match than the triple threat.
Yep. What the hell's the moon punch? The hell flavor is this?
I'm not sure, but I'm sure that we're going to have a good taste of women's professional wrestling, no matter what you feel about her when Charlotte Flair goes one-on-one with Tiffany Stratton. Again, will Tiffany time come to a halt, or will Queen finally be humbled on the grandest stage of them all? All right, time for some impromptu six-man tag team action with some Lucha Libre conflict. Dwayne Atkinson, good to see you. Hope that you are doing well. And Dwayne saying, ain't funny. Tiffany and Jacob Fatu have the same finishers. So does Roxanne Zelena Vega. Well, again, only one has the prettiest moonsault ever. One has the most effective moonsault ever. And then there's the other two. And speaking of faction warfare, as we covered Stardom earlier today, Walter, is the continued rivalry of the Latino World Order versus American Made. It's America versus Mexico. Six-man tag team match up next on SmackDown. Chad Gable stepping into the fray as we got another commercial break. Fuck television. God bless it.
I was ready for it. I knew you were saying it.
Yeah. I know. I freaking know. It's always a freaking joke. This has gone on long enough. And thank you, Dwayne, because again, I pulled no punches. I say what it is. I am unscripted, unfiltered. I have no one in my earpiece or headset.
Who is it? Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio. Damn, I don't even know all of them. It's Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and who?
Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and Rey Fenix. Are you timing the banner? Are you timing the banner, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to do that, but kudos to you. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I want to acknowledge, of course, the chat. New underscore York underscore state underscore up underscore mine. Safet, Nestor, Dwayne, Cousin Studios, of course, Michael Gonzalez, Gustavo Riviera, everybody that's been tuning in. Thank you so much. Lily Cruz, Matt Helms, Meek Mick, you all make this possible. You all continue to make us continue to have a drive and a fun ride. Continue this watch along passions all the days, all the nights for all the companies across all fans wrestling. Shout out to the W fam and Dwayne Atkinson also helping you as well. Dwayne, of course, a great supporter and moderator for the Super Liable Studios as well. Great friend also, Super Dip Ding. And again, also a fellow member of Team ODQ. Good luck to you in the predictions. Again, folks, I will encourage this applies to the team only because Aaron Riff's a fucking madman. But if you all want to add that in your comments, then maybe based on how many people do it, I'll add it as a bonus point. I still think that's ridiculous to try and add stuff in the night before, but whatever. In fact, let's go ahead and see what people have been saying so far in the Predictions League as we got a moment to breathe. Allow me to go ahead and bring that up. I don't know if it's added to predictions, but I sent in my pick for Randy's opponent. All right, fair enough. It's for the team, Dwayne. So, yeah, I'll make sure I read it. And I'll reach out to the team ahead of WrestleMania tomorrow night to get everyone's official prediction for that. And, of course, speaking of predictions, if you haven't already, get your predictions in for NXT Stand and Deliver. It's going to be a phenomenal afternoon and morning of professional wrestling as ahead of WrestleMania. Fatal 4-way elimination match, Women's Tag Team Championship number contendership, Gigi Dolan and Tam Paxley versus Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus the Meta 2, of course, Last Legend Cara Jackson versus Fallon Henley and Jesse Jane. The winner of that match will face either Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez or Bayley and Mercuria on the NXT after WrestleMania for those titles. We also, of course, have Ricky Saints defending the NXT North American Championship against All Ego Ethan Page. 6-man tag team action with Dark State versus the D'Angelo family. NXT tag team champions in line as Niven as Fraxium defend against Hank and Tank. NXT Women's North American Championship on the line in a ladder match as the returning Thea Hale collides with Zarya, Soruka, Izzy Dan, Kalani Jordan, and Lola Vice, kind of brand new NXT Women's North American Champion. And the NXT Championship will be on line triple threat action as Trick Williams and Javon Evans go up against the ruler Obafemi. And the NXT Women's Championship will be on the line in fatal 4-way action as Julia, Jada Parker, and Jordan Grace take on La Primera, Stephanie Valcure. And that's all coming to you tomorrow morning, afternoon in Las Vegas. As, of course, now WWE's in Las Vegas. Their 11th SmackDown. This city has hosted 9 PLEs. And, of course, hosts WrestleMania 9, one of the worst WrestleManias in history.
One of the worst WrestleManias ever.
Accurate. 27's up there, too, if we're being perfectly honest here. We got Rey Fenix, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee waiting for American Made inside the ring for the 6-man tag team action. Let's see how many people put in the predictions for WrestleMania 41 so far. Good Lord, 45 of you.
Put what?
Again, what?
Oh, I'm sorry, 45 people put Randy Orton's opponent already?
No. Just predictions in general for WrestleMania. So, again, everybody get your predictions in. Your predictions matter too. They will be final come 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. I will put out a reminder tomorrow morning whenever I wake up. So be part of the fun this week, WrestleMania weekend with the Survivor Studios and No DQ. And, of course, Chad Gable was eliminated by Rey Fenix. as El Grande Americano came in and ruined Rey Fenix's chances very conveniently shortly after Chad Gable was eliminated.
And with mask hair, if you noticed, his hair was out of place. But
You know what? I'm just going to leave it alone because I'm already so far out of it right now. I'm this close to chastising this show. Let's go ahead and get into this match. Rey Fenix, and I believe that is Brutus Creed. Kicking things off here. Of course, Brutus Creed, Julius Creed, former NXT Tag Team Champions. All collegiate background for both these incredible men. You've also seen these men involved in Bloodsport. Rey Fenix, dynamic offense, though, diving out of the corner, rolling in. Take over to Harris, and a cover with the leg. It's a 2 count. Oof. The speed of Rey Fenix, though, Walter, I tell you what.
what? Quicker? What did JR used to say? Quicker than a hiccup.
Yeah, right? Tad made a Dragon Lee up and over. Pendulum single leg drop kick in the corner. And bring it back away. Here's the cover of the far leg. And a 2 counts. And again, we'll be back here. Well, someone will be for the WWE Hall of Fame, 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from the Bellevue Live Theater. Stay tuned for more on that, folks. As we cover
Not easy to say, huh?
What?
Not easy to say.
Yeah, right. Bella Live. I think Bellevue is easier to say, but Las Vegas. Again, English. America reads at 6th grade level. It's already been proven. So you know what it is, what it is.
Dude, this is only Ray. This is Ray's like 3rd match, right?
And pretty much. Dope call hello for Dragon Lee.
Oh, I guess 4th because he had one earlier. There's 2 tonight, right?
Yeah, technically, yes. That would be correct.
Yeah.
And Dragon Lee, of course, someone that's kind of been, I would think, almost forgotten cover to off the splash and Chad Gable with the save. It almost feels like Dragon Lee has kind of been forgotten as of late. The shoulder got sent in the ring post.
That's true.
And Rey Mysterio and Chad Gable face to face. And look at Chad Gable running away for the moment. Doesn't want nothing to do with Rey Mysterio. And meanwhile, the Creeper is trying Rey on the outside. Rey Fenix, though, taking off his perch by Brutus. Right now, American Made taking control here. German suplex by Chad Gable to Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee legal. And the center of the ring.
What are they doing?
What the hell is this?
Oh, that triple headbutt thing.
3-quarter headbutts. Diving headbutts connects. American Man getting the best of things so far in Las Vegas. Can it continue? Stay tuned. Wrestling Quiet, picture in picture. Fuck television. Again, as impromptu as possible, as the Creeds, of course, are not involved. Go ahead, add to the count. Freaking hell. A clubbing shot here right now by Brutus Creed to Dragon Lee. You seem a little bit tired out of it, Walter. You okay, Miyamano?
No, I'm fine.
And making sure.
Just multitasking. I'm just multitasking.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you're always multitasking, bruv. You know that? You better be straight up focused when it comes to stand and deliver. The show, I expect you to stand and deliver on your call tomorrow. I'll be watching from the green room. And let's go ahead and see what Dwayne has to say here, because that's more relevant than what's happened to WrestleMania picture in picture. I'm glad I got Max for AEW. You know, Walter, I thought it was the only one who noticed it too. Dark State has a Timu Retribution, but that's my opinion. Oh, no, everyone notices that. We all call it that. Let's see. Any guess on who's going to induct Natural Disaster tonight? I'm thinking Jimmy Hart or Money Inc. Well, you pointed out Jimmy Hart, of course. Money Inc., though, is not a bad shot either, considering their tag team history in the WWF. So we'll find out soon enough, if you're up, that is. I mean, again, if
JJ said it might be Hulk Hogan himself, and that's why they don't want to say it.
In the theater, I still think he's going to get booed out of the building because people paid buku bucks to be part of that. Probably in formal attire, for being honest here. But then again, in the theater, I can still see people showing up in flip-flops and shorts because people with dignity, give me a break. Anyway. Speaking of dignity, Rey Mysterio's dignity has been insulted by this cosplaying Chad Gable with this Grande Americano gimmick. Of course, that will happen tomorrow night at WrestleMania. And Snapmare being applied here as Rey Mysterio looks to expose Chad Gable for the fraud he is, insulting the better-known art of Lucha Libre.
It's still a travesty that Chad doesn't have a match on Mania, but this Americano guy does.
Well, I know it's not a travesty. The virtuoso Deanna Purrazzo graduating from Southern New Hampshire University. You can follow AEW, of course, and Deanna Purrazzo on the social medias. And if you are trying to get a higher education, enroll in Southern New Hampshire University today, especially if you want
Is that the
online
commercial
education.
you just got?
You're damn right. The only commercial that matters is the one about wrestling. And right now, dropped down with a backdrop suplex by Chad Gable as Dragon Lee. And right now, Chad Gable taking out Rey Fenix with a cheap shot. Rey Fenix taking off the apron, and American Made in full control of the six-man tag.
Hell yeah, they are.
Dragon Lee trying to fight back, though. Like I said, Ryu Lee in a previous life, previously IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion and former Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Congratulations, by the way, to Nick Wayne, who beat Commander at Spring Breakthrough Collision and will enter the Best Super Juniors as the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. Now the youngest champion in AEW history, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Chad Gable right now trapping the arm of Dragon Lee here in the middle of the ring. Oh, man, this has been a wild-ass week from Las Vegas. All the emotions, all the wrestling, and we still haven't gotten to the shows yet. 7 p.m. Standard Time tomorrow night can't come soon enough. Let's just kick this shit off.
That's true.
It's been a long television-filled night here on Friday Night SmackDown as we got six-man tag team action here ahead of our final face-to-face with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And, of course, we saw the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal where Carmelo Hayes won and Dragon Lee hoisted up. Look at that transition. Oh! Brutus ball, cannonball cover, 2, and Rey Fenix with the save. And Rey Fenix is a right elbow, though, by Julius Creed. And tag made right now. You were saying?
I just went from the impact of that.
I'm about to say, a better than Booker T. At least you got more than half a brain. Coming shot right now by Brutus and Julius Creed. Double teaming Dragon Lee in the corner here.
The hell is going on?
I'm not sure. Maybe a double takeover superplex. Now both men hung up in the Tree of Woe. Chad Gable coming to the aid, though.
Oh, my God.
Up to the top rope.
I know what he's going to do.
Oh, I sense destruction.
He's going to do that stomp shit on all three of them.
3-man double stomps. Good Lord, Brutus literally stood upright after he hit the mat.
Mm-hmm.
All that forced forward down momentum of Dragon Lee into the chest of Chad Gable and Brutus and Julius Creed. Launching tag made to Rey Fenix. Rey Fenix now legal. Wisely accomplished luchador, former AEW Tag Team Champion, AAA Tag Team Champion, AEW International Champion. And the Irish Whip Reversal, former Lucha Underground Champion as well. Come in with the rerun kick. And here's the cover. Hook of the far leg. Gets a 2 count.
Wow.
And again,
it's smart to constantly go for these covers because it exhausts your opponent from trying to kick out.
And exactly, went for the crucifix there. And to your point, Rey Fenix has only been involved in WWE now for 2 weeks.
Yeah, this is only his 4th match if you count, or if you do it, because he had 2 tonight.
The 2-time All-American, though, in the ring here. Nice belly-to-belly throw.
Ain't nobody can taking Brutus down like that.
Well, again, Julius Creed has a complete All-American amateur background.
You saw it all, and he showcased it in Bloodsport.
He's also showcased it primarily since being part of American Made. Let's not forget, these two arrived in WWE challenging the then tag team champions, the War Raiders.
They were kind of fast.
Champions.
They were kind of fast track from NXT too. They weren't in NXT that long.
No, they weren't for a while. And up and around and over, springboard, deep arm drag, double stomp combination follow-up by Rey Fenix. Swinging a miss, Brutus Creed taking out the knee, and Rey Fenix taking the head of Brutus Creed off, turning him around, step up, take out Tijeras to Chad Gable, and Rey Fenix is taking on all of American Made by himself.
Dude, Ray's on fire.
And Fuego. Escalera
Hey,
up
a
and
Phoenix
over.
is fire.
Oh, man!
What the hell was that? How did he
was
stay
a
on the rope?
walking PK across the top rope. Master of the ropes, Ray Phoenix is.
How the hell was he doing that? Where's Ray been? Did Ray get taken out?
I think so. Up top with the Meteora, the drop across. Here's the cover for the win. The win for the Luchadores and LWO.
When Ray got scooped out to the ring when he got thrown out, he hasn't moved since. Oh, don't tell me he injured the day before WrestleMania.
Uh-oh.
I know. Remember when they kind of pulled him from underneath the ring? I mean, from under the rope, and they pulled him and slid him out.
Yeah.
He hit the table kind of, and hasn't moved since.
Well,
he's had some bad luck when it came to WrestleMania too.
Right, and again, he's had more knee surgeries than we could count.
I think that's why they suddenly cut the commercial again. See? Please don't tell me he's legit.
That might have a purpose behind it, but hopefully Rey Mysterio's all right. But big win still for LWO and Ray Phoenix tonight against American Made. As we get ready, of course, for our main event Saturday night. And the bad blood that has spilled over from CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins, and Roman Reigns since the Royal Rumble that reached an all-time high. We got a video package here for the main event of Saturday night's WrestleMania, and also with no DQ implications. For the winner of that match, will determine the moderator of the no DQ review Tuesday, April 22nd.
Indications for this triple threat for affect our YouTube channels too. Well, Aaron's.
We've seen the journey of the Shield since day one, Walter. From FCW to NXT to the main roster of WWE. It was the architect that stabbed Roman Reigns in the back. But Roman Reigns became the man in WWE, the one, the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, all that time it was without this man on the scene, CM Punk.
Seth is literally known as an architect, and architect builds. He was building this whole time. And then he feels like Punk just came back and took the hammer from him.
Well, would you say CM Punk has been entitled? A man that once called this not a popularity contest now finds himself in the main event of WrestleMania for the first time ever. And he also has been given a favor by what used to be, I would say, the wise man's Paul Heyman for the tribal chief. And now CM Punk's not only best friend, but corner man for WrestleMania.
A main event literally about a favor.
The thing is, Walter, what favor carries out and prevails? The favor that CM Punk has from Paul Heyman? The favor that Seth Rollins believed Paul Heyman owes him? Or the favor that Paul Heyman might owe Roman Reigns for saving him?
How do I owe you a favor because you decided not to stop me? That's so stupid.
Well, ask Seth Rollins that. Because I still believe that Paul Heyman will be the decider of Saturday night's main event. And regardless of the winner, I think it's going to change Paul Heyman's outlook with Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk forever.
I can't wait to see if they do the unthinkable and bring Brock back for that.
Well, you are looking at the unthinkable. I'm looking at the impossible. Because I truly don't know how you call a winner in this. A match that is more valuable to all three men than any championship they could fight for in WWE. And it's the main event of WrestleMania 41 Saturday night.
If I'm being honest, this is the one I struggled with the most to pick up.
And did Monday night help you, or did Monday night hurt you more?
Hurt.
Well, we'll find out soon enough who prevails.
I was with Seth until he went over Monday.
The complicated history of Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk comes to a head and maybe finally to an end at WrestleMania 41 tomorrow night. WrestleMania Night 1 main event. Triple threat action.
We're gonna get to call it.
And when we come back, we are going to get to outlook the call one last time here on SmackDown as Cody Rhodes goes face-to-face for the last time with John Cena ahead of WrestleMania 41 when SmackDown returns.
That's a fair shout, because that was a good idea.
Right? Full commercial break, by the way. Fuck television. And JJ Williams, I think, had the best idea. Ron's favorite is Heyman's banned from ringside. But here's the thing. Is he banned from ringside completely, or is he banned after escorting CM Punk to the ring? And how does that play into the match?
Right.
Oh, stop it, Walter. Please. Please let that be the last time.
Well, stop saying it.
Well, dip the television. Stop being fucking stupid.
That'll never happen. Dummy. Yeah. TV
Dummy.
is a dummy. Yeah.
Don't get me started. You are pissed off when you're hungry. That's what that Snickers commercial should be. If there's a tagline for me, that's what I am. And I don't have any Snickers.
I ate too much, man. Oof, those nachos.
I had turkey and mashed potatoes. I think I still have turkey downstairs. Honestly, that might just eat that and go to sleep because turkey makes you sleepy. And honestly, my voice, if you guys want me to call WrestleMania the way I am, I'm going to have to get some rest tonight. So I think I'm probably going to.
I got to check out the hotel in the morning. Glad it's not far from home because I really checked into so that the kids can have a pool and hang out. Because Lee doesn't celebrate her birthday. She celebrates her birthday week. She literally took the whole thing.
Oh, wow. 7 days. Good grief. What is this? Hanukkah? Boy.
So we were here, and now, I got to check in the morning, whole ass home to get set up with the computer again to call, stand, and deliver because they want to make it all early. I don't know why. What the hell, WWE?
They're in Las Vegas, dude. They're freaking just outside the Pacific Coast. What do you expect?
At least it's not as early as what JJ has to do. Sorry, guy.
And you know what? That's a fair point.
What is it, 10 in the morning for JJ? We got to be on the air in the room?
The time zones there, I think, might be accurate, but that remains to be seen. And Dwayne saying, Noah, snap into a Slim Jim, man. I don't have any!
Dude, I used to be addicted
I am broke. I'm negative. I shouldn't say that too loud because my mom's asleep. I don't have no money, dude. I'm busted. Anyway, thanks for the idea, though.
I used to buy Slim Jims by the can. They had the can at the store.
Well, they got like the boxes now, the mini Slim Jims. That's what I had last year. My corner was covered in Slim Jims, Prime, and Snickers last year for WrestleMania with pizza on the offside. This year, we got Easter dinner on 420. God, something's not right here. And I don't know if I'm going to have just dinner, pizza, or what. My family's so screwed up in communication, they literally don't do that. They literally are going out for dinner.
Don't do what?
Nothing. Leave the business alone. My family doesn't even know what they're doing Sunday after church service because part of my family can't communicate. I love my family, but sometimes it's the biggest burden in my life. Boy. Freaking hell.
PayPal. Don't do that. Don't cash that PayPal.
Don't cash that PayPal. I don't need. Look.
It's not that. It's a donation. Yeah, plus, Dwayne, if you cash that, if you PayPal him $5, he was going to go on a rant. He said it earlier.
My voice. I'm going to say my voice. No more ranting tonight, I promise. Unless, something really gets fucked over here. As, of course, we are getting ready to get back here on SmackDown. There you see a beautiful overhead shot of Las Vegas. Let's go ahead and remind people what happened here tonight, Walter. Carmelo Hayes won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. The WWE Tag Team Championship match ended in no contest. Zelena Vega got a freaking injustice of a win against Chelsea Green in an impromptu singles match. LA Knight and Braun Strowman beat Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. And of course, we just saw Dragon Lee, Rey Mysterio, and Phoenix defeat American Made. But Rey Mysterio might be injured and not going in at 100% tomorrow night at WrestleMania against El Grande Americano either. That being said, it all culminates with this. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. As Walter, it is time. Here we go. The final face-off. You're good. It's time for Cody Rhodes and John Cena to go face-to-face one more time again. For you, Dwayne. Also, damn you. Whoa! He has been absolutely not only undeniable, but undisputed now for nearly 1 calendar year. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, who finished his story last year, now finds himself looking to create more history and preserve it as well against John Cena, looking to take everything that he's created. Talking about the history, the legacy of all the versions of the WWE Championship, the WWF Championships throughout this business's illustrious legacy and history, from the Wing Eagle to the Rated R to the JBL original WWE Chronicle to the Spinner to the Rock's Attitude to, of course, the undisputed Universal, now just the undisputed WWE Championship. Oh, man. It might be the last time you see Cody Rhodes walk down the aisle on SmackDown with that WWE Championship in hand. If John Cena, who sold his soul, takes what he believes is the last real championship home. Again, our main event, WrestleMania Sunday, and Jeff motherfucking Meacham will join us on that call. It is Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. Let's go ahead and hear from the American Nightmare. What are we going to talk about?
The irony that CM Punk had that title on his shoulder, blew a kiss, and left the arena with Cena. Now Cena has the chance to do it again because he wants to take that title home.
With Travis Scott and the Final Boss as escorts.
Mm-hmm. The fact that it's going to be face-to-face, too. See
Why
what
do I
Cena
feel
has
like-
to...
Yeah, why do I feel like this is not just going to be a one-on-one face-to-face?
I don't know.
Well, there was one more man missing from this picture, Walter, to your point. You can see him. John Cena's here.
When heel, now you can see him. Oh, shit. Look at the background. His symbol spins.
Symbolism to the WWE Spinner Championship. Again, this is John Cena's final WrestleMania. The last time is now.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is left for these two to say to each other? I remember, Walter, the last time these two were face-to-face, John Cena got dropped with a crossroads.
Mm.
He didn't even let the champion get one word out of here this time.
I don't know, Michael. Michael's asking if he got rid of his hair finally. He's got the hat on, so we don't know.
Well, I've seen a lot of commercials for him as of late. Also, fuck YouTube. So who knows?
I'm so sick of those stupid-ass him commercials.
Yeah, you and me both. John Cena looking to literally destroy the future of the WWE Championship as we know it and take home what he built from it.
Well, he does look like he got a buzz cut in the back part. You can see it through the hat.
He makes me wonder if he's going to have the hat taken off at WrestleMania to show us his hair, or even at night.
Mm.
Well, Walter, this should be hot and furious. Let's go ahead and hear from our WrestleMania main event Sunday night. One last time.
No, Dwayne, I didn't see how much it was. Gonna guess at least 10 grand.
Probably a fair amount, a fair guess. Of course, the last time these two were in the ring together, it was in London, and Cody Rhodes interrupted John Cena before he could speak. John Cena returned the favor. Damn! There goes most of my house.
What? How much is it? I can't see. I can't see the comments anymore.
55,000.
Mm.
20th
Damn,
WrestleMania match, 12th title match at WrestleMania for John Cena.
he told him, "Shut up, kid."
Get lost in the noise, all these voices. Why do I really feel like they're playing up Randy Orton and John Cena for Backlash at this point?
St. Louis. Both the 20th WrestleMania is crazy, right?
Yeah. No one has ever had the courage to end their career the way I have. And nothing you could do to prepare to face a man that you know who's going to die. John Cena accepts death. They don't believe it. They don't think it's real. I'm going to come back. Because everyone always comes crawling back.
Oh, there's no such thing as a retirement.
Yeah.
Hey, he's telling the truth, Noah.
Yeah, I know he is. You and I have argued about it. Damn.
Every other Go ahead.
No,
you got it. You got it.
Scared, insecure loser. No, you've been translating, man. I love it. You're going to be part of this call. You translate this. You deserve it. Go ahead.
I'm trying to hear your feed. So you can do it.
Let me make sure. The pathetic lives. Crawling back as a shell themselves. I have love, joy, and worth. I don't need a single damn one of you. Damn. The only reason he's here is to take that away from you and all of them. Don't say I didn't warn you, because I did. Last year when you won that championship, giving you watches, telling you good job, champ.
No lies detected.
John Cena saying that every day it gets heavier. And if every day how you lose, of course, saying it face to face and one-on-one. You will lose because you care about them. You people do not write history. Winners do. Came out here because I want to share one more thing with him tonight before Sunday. When he won this championship, he knew it would be impossible to beat him in a match at WrestleMania. And in one moment, you changed all that. You changed all that with what you said to The Rock.
Ooh, Cena brought up The Rock.
Yep. Because Rock gave you a choice. Do you want to do what you think is right? Or do you want to win? And in the moment he made his choice, John Cena realized you don't stand a chance. And in that one moment, he only had one thing left that he needed to do. Prove to them that they don't matter. Make up their own version of the truth they want to believe. And when you stop caring about them, you can start accomplishing anything you want. You're too weak to understand that. Damn. Sunday, in order to beat me, you're going to have to choose. Do you do what they think is right? Or do you win? Calling Cody scared, insecure, and naive, as well as strong and driven. Saying he wears that Cena tattoo because he wants to be somebody. Because John Cena says, you can wear it all you want because I'm going to make you somebody. Somebody that's going to make you realize to become a winner, you got to sever your ties with all these losers. Or somebody who had a chance to be a real winner and blew it. And very much realized not the captain. You're no quarterback. You're still just a kid in a man's world. Who doesn't have the balls of the last real world champion. Talking about the noise, you always to say something, right? And Cody getting booed out here, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. This crowd, how they feel about you? Are they booing John or booing Cody?
They kind of booing both.
This matters to you.
It's hard to keep up, right?
You're right, so they don't bury talent. Well, it's also hard because you're hearing them boo even louder.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about WrestleMania. Answer my question. Do you know his name? My man, the Magna know his name? Don't know her name, do you? Different WWE. When this was your WWE, I worship you. They worship you. Offering you a little perspective. John Cena overrated.
Damn, he called him overrated, overbearing.
Out of touch, out of time.
Damn, he just compared him to Starcade Sting in '97.
Holy shit, Cody Rhodes going in.
Yo, he said you gotta smack a dime for a net. And you still can't wrestle.
Wrestle.
That's fighting words.
Oh, and all the insults part of that weren't? That was absolutely true? And just like that, Cody Rhodes has turned this promo and the audience around.
He kind of flustered Cena. You see it?
Yeah? It's the first time I've ever seen John Cena like this. Cody Rhodes is the only man in WWE history that has flustered John Cena to this degree.
There's still a sign. Do you see it in the corner? It says "Forever a John Cena Kid."
Well, kudos to that kid. He understands the business.
They're starting a Cody Rhodes chance in Vegas, like they're in Europe.
And John Cena with one word: idiots. Oh boy. They're just like you. They don't know what they want. And Sunday I beat you. I don't have to wrestle. Oh, thumb to the eye. Oh, now wait a minute, John Cena. Hoisting up Cody Rhodes in the fireman's carry position. Cody countered. Hook John Cena again. Crossroads.
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to change my pick. Cena's winning. No way. He just lost. Cody went over the last 2 times they were together. Shit, Noah.
Sign one last time ahead of Sunday as Cody Rhodes points to that sign.
Damn
John
it,
Cena
Noah.
laid out once again by Cody Rhodes.
Fuck, man. He's winning. Cena's winning.
Walter, again, John Cena looks to take this injury. Cody Rhodes looks to preserve it. WrestleMania Sunday, it will headline the entire 2-week shebang. John Cena, Cody Rhodes, undisputed WWE Championship. Underrated versus undeniable. Overrated versus underwhelming. Wrestler versus superstar. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. For the identity, legacy, and history of the WWE. Let's take a look at the replay here. Again, John Cena says, I don't have to wrestle. A cheap front of the eye, pick up in the fireman carries position, looking to hit one last emphatic attitude adjustment. Cody countered, slipped out, and once again, now on Raw, on SmackDown, Crossroads, John Cena laid out. Is it only going to take one Crossroads to send John Cena home? Sunday night, it all comes ahead. Ooh, baby, 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 baby. Did I mention this is the most important match of the entire weekend I'm looking forward to? All right, so Walter, one more time as they run down the card. Why don't you go ahead and do Saturday night if you want? Otherwise, we can just literally tell the people real quick what's up.
There you go. That's Jey Uso, Gunther World Heavyweight Championship, which sadly is probably opening it. I'm not wrong, Noah. You know that's opening. But Tiffany versus Tiffany Stratton for the World Women's the WWE Women's Championship. They just need to call it one belt. Like, stop this shit.
They're never going to do that. But you're praying that Tiffy time continues to ride high and the Queen gets humbled. Good luck to you, bro.
To Charlotte Flair. And then, of course, the U.S. title with L.A. Knight. Yeah! Versus Jacob Fatu.
And we'll see if the Samoan Werewolf can humble the megastar. Will the megastar put this dog back on the leash?
Then El Gran Americano versus Rey Mysterio. Hopefully, I hope he didn't really get hurt because he didn't move after that move. But hopefully these two take gigs. Luchadores exhibition match, which I have no idea why it's not mask for mask. But and then of course the World Tag Team Championship, the Viking Raiders versus the New Day.
Brought to us by Clash of Clans, and this is probably going to be something out of a video game. I'm hoping the Viking Raiders level is higher than the New Day.
It's also brought to you by Snickers. And then, of course, the personal, as personal can be, we saw what happened earlier tonight with interruption at the interruption. The personal, after Naomi attacked Jade, threw her off of a railing onto a car, or off of the delivery area, so it's personal. And then, of course, the main event that is over a favorite, CM Punk with Paul Heyman, who is supposed to bring him to the ring. We'll see what happens. Seth freaking Rollins, the architect, and of course, the tribal chief, the OTC Roman Reigns.
Of course,
and that's Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, moments ago, again, we saw John Cena unable to give Cody Rhodes an attitude adjustment. Cody Rhodes knows how to counter that move with wrestling, not with shenanigans. And one crossroad might be all it takes for you to no longer see John Cena in WWE and preserve the WWE Championship's legacy and history. What lengths is Cody Rhodes willing to go? What will it take to put John Cena down once and for all?
I can't wait. And then before WrestleMania, we have to stand and deliver. And then, of course, we're going to go into Sunday night WrestleMania. So, Noah, I'll give you that, the call. Hang on. Let me set it up so that you can just talk and don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and run it down real quick, and then we'll bid everybody a fine farewell as the SmackDown officially concludes. But again, folks, Sunday night, we got Sin City Street Fight with the most bitter of foes. Drew McIntyre blames Damian Priest for 1 year of regret and mistakes and misery. They sell it in a Sin City street fight, Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. The women's tag team champions will be on the line as Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan defend against Bayley and Lara Valkyria, who of course ran the gauntlet, who will face whoever wins a Stand Deliver, the NXT after WrestleMania, with the goal on the line. First ever fatal four-way match, Intercontinental Championship, WrestleMania history, as the Dog, Braun Breaker, defends against Penta, Sammy and Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Dominic Mysterio. The Maverick looks to prove that he's more than phenomenal as he goes up against AJ Styles. Will it take only one lucky punch, or once again will AJ prove that Logan's nothing more but impulsive? Triple threat action with Bianca Belair in the middle of her own turmoil, now finds herself with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. And of course, we just saw Cody Rhodes drop John Cena one last time, and it will be for all the marbles. The WWE future as we know it over the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes, John Cena. And that is what's ahead this weekend for WrestleMania as the Smackdown goes off the air. For Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. If you're staying tuned with us, go check them out still. Do enjoy the spring break, but also stay tuned for the WWE Hall of Fame coverage. But until tomorrow morning, where you may see one of us, not both of us, make a positive impact in life, welcome officially to WrestleMania weekend. And whether you're in Las Vegas or somewhere else in the world, have a good night. Walter, welcome to WrestleMania. Let's
WrestleMania. WrestleMania.
Oh, the weekend's finally here. And subscribe to everybody here in the Super Reliable Studios. We'll see you folks for the WWE Hall of Fame. Have a good night, folks.
Adios, folks.
Oh, man. It's finally arrived. Stand and Deliver in WrestleMania side by side. Oh, Jesus.
Good
Push
night,
the damn
folks.
button.